look out, you're in for a beauty. That one went all the way into overtime before Joe Sakic won it for the Avalanche.
Tampa Bay down the right side. Afanasenkov over the line. Going in very deep. He takes the hit there. Lightning dig it free. Andrechuk looking. Still with it. Lost it there on the side. Sundstrom takes it over and just sends it down for Montreal.
And look for Montreal to do the same thing that they did in Game 3. Come out and play as hard as they can, as physical as they can. That's the only way they're going to beat the Lightning. They've got to play that type of game. I'm sure Claude Julien's got his troops ready to play a very physical, at least opening period.
58 minutes in penalties, by far the most in the previous games. We saw that on Tuesday night. A lot of it happened in the first period. Icing is the call. Let's join the third member of our broadcast team. Downstairs we go to Joe Micheletti.
Okay, JP, thanks very much. You know, at this time a year ago, it was Nikolai Khabibulin that was benched in the second round of the playoffs against the New Jersey Devils. And his numbers at that time weren't all that good. That's why he was replaced by John Graham in goal. Prior to this year's playoffs, his head coach, John Tortorella, publicly challenged him to be much better in this year's playoffs. And I ask you right now, what goaltender's been better than him? And he mentioned this morning he's been their best player. Guys?
Thanks, Joe. The challenge has been met by Khabibulin.
And nobody knows this guy better than John Tortorella. He's had him in Phoenix. He's got him here. And he knows what buttons to push on. He told us that this morning.
Behind the net, Kubina looks for it for Tampa Bay. Lightning trying to move it out of their zone. Jan Bulis is there. Canadiens sending it. Bulis' shot was redirected wide. Out at the right point, Komisarek. That shot is blocked by Modin. Tampa Bay blocks a lot of shots. Sador checks his man behind the net. Puck is free for the moment. Centered in front for Bulis. Ribeiro's after it. Ribeiro fighting Bulis, and that's blocked as well. Out to the right point, Komisarek holds. A low shot is blocked in front as well. The shots are not reaching Khabibulin. Here's Ribeiro, who has really struggled in the playoffs. Only had the one good game. He takes the hit.
And they need Ribeiro to come through for them. Ribeiro was their leading scorer during the regular season, and he has been virtually invisible against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The booing is because Lecavalier's out on the ice. They were booing him the other night when he touched the puck. Tonight they started to boo him just when he came out on the ice. Left side, Koivu. And the captain is broken up.
And they've got Richard Zednik back on this line, which means that power line has been put back together by Claude Julien. Speaking of which, Claude Julien, who had a remarkable run when he was the minor league coach in Hamilton, that's what got him the job up here in Montreal. He's the only remaining coach that is debuting their playoff skills. He's in his second season with Montreal. He was an Edmonton employee that was coaching Hamilton. And Andre Savard, the then general manager of the Canadiens, paid a draft pick to Edmonton to get him.
Right around the boards. Andrechuk can't move it out. Canadiens keeping it alive in the offensive zone. Broken up there, though. And Andrechuk is able to clear. The 40-year-old sends it the other way. Afanasenkov getting there first. Breeze ball with him. He scored a goal the other night that most people thought was going to be the game winner. It wasn't. Kovalev at the circle. Snaps it. That one's blocked. And it goes off the netting, forcing a whistle. 17:06 to go in the opening period. What a playoff Kovalev has had after a very disappointing regular season, both with the Rangers and at the end here with Montreal.
Yeah, but when he got to Claude Julien, he had a meeting with him after game 1 of the first series against the Boston Bruins and says, look, you've got to go with me and give me some ice time. I cannot be effective for you with 11 minutes ice time. So Julien threw him onto the line with Koivu and Zednik, and they've been great ever since.
The shot from Komisarek is deflected behind the net. Boyle lost it there. Ribeiro digs it out, pays the price as Boyle runs into him. Boyle without the stick, kicked it. It comes back the other way. Tampa Bay picking it up, clearing it off the boards. Corey Stillman, long shot, high and wide of Theodore. Boyle in deep, flips it around the boards to Modin, who's also had a good playoff run for Tampa Bay. Here's Stillman, checked there by Souray. Souray muscling him, but Tampa Bay still gets the puck. Richards behind the net on the pass to Modin. Wants to wrap it around. He finds Stillman. Back the other way to Richards, who had 2 goals the other night. Big shot, Stillman right through the crease. And it comes out of the zone.
There's a lot of things to look for early in this hockey game, and then most of it is who's going to score first. When Montreal scores first in the playoffs, they're 3-1, but when their opponent scores first, They've lost 5 and only won 1.
Crowd into it early here. 16:07 to go in the first.
There's Corey Stillman, who got that dynamic goal that started everything for Tampa Bay in the Game 3. Of course, it was a shorthanded goal. Right before he scored the goal on a breakaway, he'd had a previous breakaway and been stopped by a great defensive effort by Souray. But then on the same exact shift, they lost the puck again, and down he went, and he didn't make any mistake on that one.
Pratt will pick it up now as the Lightning move it out of the zone. In neutral ice, it's Andrei Markov. Markov with a flip. Off the stick of Perreault, picked up the other way. St. Louis flies over the line, wristing it, and it's blocked off the netting. Marty St. Louis, a lot of people think he's going to be the Hart Trophy winner this year.
Well, he's an absolutely fantastic season for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he well deserves the MVP if, in fact, he gets that. He already has gotten one trophy to put on his mantle, and that's the Art Ross for being the leading scorer in the National Hockey League. And he has been effective. He was greatly effective against the New York Islanders, and he's been greatly effective against the Montreal Canadiens. 3 assists in Game 1.
Around the board, Souray towards Rivet. It's too far for him. Cleared out of the zone. It bounces right back into the Canadian zone. Rivet is chased by St. Louis on a line with Lecavalier and Fedotenko. Off the boards. Pinching in was Sidor. Missed the puck, but Lecavalier covers up for him. That was very well done by Lecavalier.
Well, nerves and overconfidence are 2 psychological factors in this first period. Are the nerves of the Montreal Canadiens going to be bad? And is overconfidence going to be a problem for the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Good hit there. Fedotenko comes out in front towards Fedosenkov, who just came on. Fedotenko checked by Rivet. He's trying to work him over in the corner. It goes behind the net. Flipped around the boards. This one goes wide of Theodore. That's Kubina keeping it alive. Fedosenkov looks. Kubina gets it. That one's blocked by Koivu, but the Lightning still have it behind the net. At the left circle, Sidor's in deep. Waited too long, and that deflection goes off the net, and there's another stoppage.
Well, Andrei Markov has taken a lot of punishment throughout these entire playoffs. He got really nailed by Joe Thornton in the first round of the playoffs. Here tonight, he blocks a shot. There's been a lot of blocked shots in this series, but look at that, right off the side of the foot. That hurts for the shot from Martin St. Louis. But one thing about Andrei Markov, he comes back each and every game. Even when he's gotten hurt, he has not sat out any period. He's been back before the end of that actual period.
Game-winning goal for him in Game 3 of the last series against Boston. Perreault wins his face-off. He won 16, lost only 3 the other night.
That's an amazing stat, 16 and 3.
That last face-off, though, Montreal lost it and ended up losing the game later. Here's Perreault shooting it, and it's gloved there by Javi Bulin, and he hangs on for a face-off in his own zone.
Well, you talked about Yannick Perreault and his face-off abilities, and he went into that last game taking that huge draw with only 16 seconds to go. And I still think he lost it. I think he might have been credited with a win. Look at that percentage. It's amazing. This guy has led the National Hockey League 5 straight seasons in face-off winning percentage. And he's out there for every important draw, and why not?
Andrew Chuck versus Juneau, 2 vets there. Bouillon's shot is blocked again. It doesn't reach anywhere near the net. Tampa Bay may block more shots than any other team in the NHL. Not just the defensemen, the forwards do it too.
Well, it's interesting how John Tortorella has talked about that, and Craig Ramsey talked about it with Joe Micheletti, and we'll get to that a little later.
Here's a flip in front. Sundstrom scores!
Well, the man that took a lot of heat for that game-tying goal in Game 3 has redeemed himself. Joey Juneau gets the puck over to Sundstrom, a beauty backhand. And this is one of the ones that Nikolai Khabibulin has allowed to go in on a straight shot. We haven't seen this in Games 1 through 3, but finally they have found out here that he is invincible. And don't forget that stat about the first goal scored. We talked about it earlier. This is a huge goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Huge confidence booster.
And it comes from one of their role players. Claude Julien said this morning, your best players have to play well in the playoffs to succeed. Then you look for help from some of the lesser-known guys, and Sundstrom's in that category. Over the line, that's Richards, the feed. Modine is in deep. Couldn't get the shot off. Out at the point, kept in there by Pratt. Quick shot block. Canadians coming back. Juno with the lone assist, at least for now, on that goal. Flipped along the boards. Lightning trying to move it out. That's the first time in this series that the first goal was scored by Montreal. Tampa Bay scored the game's first goal in the previous 3.
Sundstrom should know a little bit about goal scoring. In junior back in Sweden, he played on a line with Naslund and Forsberg. That was at the World Junior Tournament. And in New York, he played with Gretzky.
Not a bad line. Over the line. The Cavalier with a flip. Theodore stopped it, and he covers it. Oh, it's deafening here in Montreal, where the Canadiens lead by 1.
IT.
Problem.
Try rebooting.
Already did. Meeting in minutes.
Run utilities.
Not good.
Alt FX.
It's getting worse. Something's happening.
Hit escape.
There is no escape.
Problem solved.
What?
Replaced.
How'd you do that?
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
The Volkswagen Spring Sales Drive is going on now. That means it's a really good time to get behind the wheel of your very own road-hugging, German-engineered Volkswagen. Each one is packed with cool features and backed by a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty. And now, for a little while at least, you can get a new Passat GLS 1.8T for just $239 a month. So see your local dealer soon, because like spring, this will be over before you know it.
Nicholas Sundstrom's first goal of the playoffs at 5:46 from Joey Juneau has given the Canadiens the lead and has gotten the crowd even more involved than they were at the start of this game. LeCavalier in for the draw with Koivu. Koivu draws it straight back. Andrei Markov around the boards. The flip out to the point. This shot gloved by Theodore. Now he leaves it off. Around the boards towards Zednik, and that's beyond everybody's reach. Koivu, Zednik, and Kovalev. This was the line that did so well against the Boston Bruins. It was broken up in the Tampa series.
And Zednik has done absolutely nothing in this series so far without these two guys. He's only got 3 shots on net in 3 games and has been held pointless.
Around the boards near side. That's Zednik taken out. St. Louis centers it. It's blocked. Kept alive by Fedotenko. Delayed penalty here from Mick Magoo for something that happened in front of the net. Did Markov get LeCavalier?
Yes, they did. The 2 old rivals that went at it in game 3 just went at it again. And it looks like Mick Magoo's calling a 2-minute high sticking penalty on Andrei Markov. They went at it real strong in game 1. You'll see it here. There's the big almost hit. And just not quite in our screen. It was up above in the slot area, but Andrei Markov went up and hit the helmet at least of LeCavalier. And as we said in game 3, anytime you touch the plastic with your stick, you're going to the box.
First power play, and they'll drop the puck again.
Now, Jimmy Dowd has done a great job not only on the faceoff, but also on penalty killing and cycling. He has had a tremendous playoff during the Boston series and during this series against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay's power play has struggled in the playoffs, only at 11%. Here's a chance in front. Andrechuk stopped by Theodore. Richards holds it at the left circle. Looks to set things up. Stillman. Now Richards. Behind the net, Andrechuk. Looking. Boyle, a shot in front, and that's knocked out. Modin was looking for some room. The breakout for Sundstrom over the line. Big slapper. Gloved and held onto by Javi Bulin. Face-off is coming up.
And Dave Andrechuk, almost the hero of game 3 because of that face-off win. Watch what he does here. Watch this. Lifts the stick up. Sheldon Souray almost ended up in the first row of the seats. Andrechuk took the puck and almost stuffed it. That's a cagey old veteran.
Great in the power play. playoff-wise, but also regular season. 270 power play goals, the most in NHL history.
So he's pretty good on the power.
Oh, yeah. And at age 40, he's still scoring a lot of goals. Lightning with 1:22 left in the man advantage, trying to get themselves back even in this hockey game. They trail 1-0 on a Sundstrom goal. Bejan with a block there. Far side, Andrechuk holds to Kubina. Drops it off. Lead pass from Richards. LeCavalier couldn't get through. You can hear the booing though as soon as he touched the puck. Kubina to the left circle. Held up there by St. Louis around the boards for LeCavalier. Vincent LeCavalier holds. He's checked there by Bouillon, and it's cleared.
And they're trying to go after LeCavalier just like they did in game 1, but LeCavalier is not responding. And Tortorella talked about that this morning at practice. He says hopefully it's a growth experience with LeCavalier, and he'll channel his anger a bit better tonight.
Drop pass there. This is LeCavalier. That was dangerous, but kept in, and Modine couldn't redirect it. That could have been a breakaway for Montreal. Like this could be. Maybe a 2-on-1. If Bullis could have caught up to it, but it's too far in front. It was looking promising for Montreal, and look out there for the giveaway. But Tampa Bay comes away. St. Louis fell. Juneau picks it up. He has Bullis with him. Big shot. Knocked down by Javi Bulin. Here's Dan Boyle with 6 seconds left in the man advantage for Tampa Bay. Boyle will take it on the off wing. To the corner he goes. Checked by Bouillon. Behind the net, Brisebois to Markov. Penalty's over as Markov's back on the ice. Here's Bejan. Looking, backhander, stopped by Javi Bulin. He hangs on to be another faceoff coming up. Nope, he let it go. Well, actually the whistle blew. There's just no way for us to hear it. Only one shot on that power play.
Steve Bejan's one of their hardest working role players. Look at this backhander. I guess he's trying to take a page out of Sundstrom's book, trying to do it again to Javi Bulin. But in tonight's game early here, not even 10 minutes gone, it's the role players that are coming through so far for these Montreal Canadiens. Are they ever working hard? The guys like Sundstrom, Dowd, Bejan, they're really working. They're getting opportunities.
Face-off coming up. Left side of Javi Bulin. Koivu's in for the draw. Face-off was won, though, by Tampa Bay, and it comes out of the zone all the way back into the Montreal end. Theodore wanders. That was a dangerous flip. He wasn't sure who else was there. Saku Koivu leads the team in points in the playoffs. Koivu's pass. Kovalev in deep. Trying to center it. It's blocked. Alex gets it back, and Kovalev will hold on to it. Good stick work. Zednik saved, and the rebound came out. That was Zednik's best chance of the series. Kovalev checks his man there. Oh, this line's all fired up. Here's Kovalev for Zednik. Blocked there by Tim Taylor. And the Lightning break it out. Vanasenkov.
What great physical work by Alex Kovalev. He's not known for that, but boy, on Corey Sarich, who's the bigger, stronger defenseman, he bumped him around and ended up taking the puck away, and then a great one-hand pass out to Zednik.
Puck loose in the corner. Dowd around the boards. Komisarek paid the price. Sidor gambled to keep it in. Sundstrom dug it out for Juneau. The two wingers crisscross, and they cross again. And that forced an offside on Montreal. 9:11 to go in the first period. Canadiens lead.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs, Saturday at 3 Eastern on ABC.
Nobody does it like Southwest Airlines. We always have low fares, even at the last minute.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Volkswagen Spring Sales Drive is going on now. That means it's a really good time to get behind the wheel of your very own road-hugging, German-engineered Volkswagen. Each one is packed with cool features and backed by a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty. And now, for a little while at least, you can get a new Jetta GL for just $189 a month. So see your local dealer soon, because like spring, this will be over before you know it.
Well, hello. You're all so beautiful. There's so many of you. I want to start you up. Yeah, I do. I do. I don't want to choose. Do I get to choose?
Honey,
Huh?
go on. I'll join you in a minute.
Okay.
It's not a dream. Because now with 3.9% APR for 24 months on every Yamaha motorcycle and ATV, you don't have to choose.
I love you. I love you so much.
Welcome back to Montreal. Rick Dudley's the general manager of the Florida Panthers. He's here watching. You were the GM in Tampa when you made the deal to get Nikolai Khabibulin from Phoenix. What did you see in him at the time that made you make that trade?
Well, he was an elite goaltender who had sat out. And I just, at his age, I didn't believe he would lose his skills. There were some people who said they thought he would because he sat out almost 2 years, but he was just a special goaltender. I watched him many times in Winnipeg, and I watched him after that in the IHL, and he was just a huge talent and a confident kid, and it was a move we thought we had to make.
We appreciate your time. Good luck, Rick.
Thanks a lot.
Guys.
Thank you, Joe. That trade looks awfully good for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And you know, this whole Tampa Bay team has been put together by people like Rick Dudley. There's been 4 general managers of the Tampa Bay Lightning in their history, and they're all in this building tonight, believe it or not. Of course, Jay Feaster's the GM right now. He followed Rick Dudley as general manager of Tampa Bay. Before that, it was Jacques Demers for a short period of time. And, of course, Phil Esposito, who a lot of his draft picks are in this lineup tonight, and important draft picks, he started the franchise.
Phil is doing radio for the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. LeCavalier to the far side. He's wrapped around by Koivu. 1-0 Canadians lead in a Sundstrom goal. Out at the right point. Missing it was Kubina. And he flips it the other way. Lightning get control of the puck back. 8:25 to go in the first. Kubina from 60. And Theodore looked like he misjudged that one. Here's Fedotenko keeping it alive. For LeCavalier at the circle. And it was overskated by St. Louis. Poke checked into the corner by Kubina. LeCavalier with goals in 3 straight games. It's coughed up nearly to Fedotenko, and now it's out of the zone.
Boy, that was dangerous right in front of their own nets. But Andrei Markov out there every single time LeCavalier's on the ice, roughing him up, sticking him, pushing him, seeing if he can get him off his game.
8:04 to go. First period. Sunset with a goal as LeCavalier gets a breather. John Tortorella said today that the other night he had 6 minutes in penalties, but he didn't want to curb his enthusiasm, as you said, wanted to channel it different because he said, guys, young guys like LeCavalier have to learn. This is what the playoffs is all about.
Well, Tortorella sees this as a growth experience for his organization for the future, which is refreshing to hear a coach say that. Usually those are the words that come out of the GMs. The coaches are only worried about that night and that game.
Yeah. No doubt the playoff experience that Tampa Bay had last year was a help to them this year. Over the line. Perrin off the deflection, and Theodore saved that off a skate.
That was a huge save because of the redirect off of Brisebois' skate. Those are hard to judge. Theodore looks right on his game.
Puck sent in behind Khabibulin. The consensus tonight is that Theodore is going to have to outplay Khabibulin for the Canadiens to lengthen this series. Perrin will dump it in. Bouillon. Off a deflection. Dingman lost it there, and he takes his man down. Guess that's ruled incidental contact. Except for the fans in the stands. They wanted it called. Here's Boyle. And there's a penalty coming up here for cross-checking. We'll sort it out in a minute. Stanley Cup playoffs are continuing on ESPN2 at 10 Eastern. Brett Hull and the Red Wings taking on Jerome McGinley and the Calgary Flames. That's game 4 of the Western Conference semis. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN2. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. And how about those Flames leading it 2-1?
Well, there's a number of penalties being sorted out here. Steve Bégin, we talked about it. He's had a great series. He's an annoying player, but a tough individual. There's a cross-check on Dan Boyle. Right from behind there, and now you see these penalties end up being coincidental. There you see Steve Bégin in the penalty box, but over comes big Andre Roy, who goes into the penalty box as well. So the ex-senator goes in there to even things up at 4-on-4.
Desperation times for Claude Julien and the Montreal Canadiens. They have to win this or their season is over. If they win it, Game 5 is in Tampa on Saturday.
The call on Andre Roy being unsportsmanlike conduct. So cross-checking on Bégin, unsportsmanlike on Roy.
at 12:44 of the period. So it's 4-on-4 hockey as the Canadiens back it up. A lot of open ice here at the Bell Center as Rivet sends it in around the boards. Sarge goes the other way, bumped by Juneau and hops in front. Rivet, big shot. Look what Javi Bulin found right there in the glove.
Well, Javi Bulin snagged that. I think that was really going over the net, JP, but Rivet really put everything he could into that one. This one errantly came out right off of Javi Bulin. He just puts everything into it. I think it would have gone wide.
Yeah.
But Javi Bulin gets the glove up there nevertheless.
There's a quick glove in traffic.
And here you see the little shot of the walk giving Bejen the shot from behind. That's what drew the unsportsmanlike call.
It wasn't a lot, but enough, I guess, to get the call. Here's Kubina. 4-on-4. Under 7 minutes to go in the period. It's another good first period for Montreal, just like they had in Game 3 on Tuesday night.
They've only allowed 4 shots on Theodore, so they're doing something right here again tonight, like they did in the first period of Game 3.
Theodore swings it around. It comes back the other way to Markov. Andre Markov will hold. Between the circles he comes. Up ice, Ribeiro to Ryder. Ryder's pass picked off. Ryder got his first playoff goal the other night. It was a big one. Coming back over the line. Sador, big shot. Redirected. And it missed the net. Montreal dodged one there. And they come back up ice with Rivet. Sore's after it. Slowed down. Sore got it back. Flips it in front. Javi Bulin will cover it up with Ryder on the doorstep.
Well, Michael Ryder scored a huge goal for the Montreal Canadiens in Game 3, but tonight he might have made a rookie mistake, and he got away with it just a couple of minutes ago. When you're playing 4-on-4, you got to make sure you cover up if a defenseman's caught out of position. Watch this. He goes forward. He has to go backwards. That caused a 2-on-1. Look at this. It was almost a 3-on-1, but Sador was right in, and they're lucky that Kubina didn't bang that rebound in.
Off the draw in the Tampa Bay zone. Canadiens sending it in deep for Kovalev. Checking into his man as Kovalev. He gets it. Centers it out. At the circle. Brisebois to Soure. Holds a shot. Save. Javi Bulin. Delayed penalty coming up here.
And it's coming up to Kovalev for goalie interference. He banged into Javi Bulin in the blue paint. You can't touch the goalies in the blue paint. They're calling it in every series.
Pratt missed the net. Javi Bulin was on the bench for the extra skater. And now possession for Brisebois. When we return, there will be a power play opportunity coming up for the Tampa Bay Lightning because Kovalev is going off.
The Volkswagen Spring Sales Drive is going on now. That means it's a really good time to get behind the wheel of your very own road-hugging, German-engineered Volkswagen. Each one is packed with cool features and backed by a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty. And now, for a little while at least, you can get a new Passat GLS 1.8T for just $239 a month. So see your local dealer soon, because like spring, this will be over before you know it.
Attention wrestling fans, IWA Mid-South Hardcore Wrestling proudly presents You Gotta See This on Friday night, May the 7th, 2004 at the Lafayette National Guard Armory, 5218 East 200 South Street in Lafayette, Indiana. Tickets available at the door, $20, $15, and low as $10 available at the door. Make sure you come to see Ring of Honor champion, Samoa Joe, NWA TNA superstar Amazing Red, all at You Gotta See This.
Toyota makes some of the most fuel-efficient SUVs.
Good mileage means money, money, money.
I go to the woods for some peace.
Go to yoga, go pick up the kids, go into the grocery.
Highlander has the lowest fuel costs in its class and now has available third-row seating.
I've hauled 6 ballerinas in my car.
At 30 miles per gallon, RAV4 has the lowest fuel costs in its class.
Nice.
Yeah. Now get 0 financing for 36 months on a new 04 Highlander or 1.9 financing on a new RAV4. See your Toyota dealer.
From our Southwest Airlines goal cam, let's take a look at what the penalty call was. It was Alex Kovalev bumping into his old buddy, Javi Bulin, right there in this year's playoffs. The edict is you cannot touch the goaltender in the blue paint and interfere with his job. Javi Bulin and Kovalev go way back till when they were 15 years old in Dynamo.
Talk about open ice right now. It's 4-on-3. Remember, they had other penalties on the board, and those will go for another 24 seconds. And then it'll become 5-on-4. Right now, Tampa Bay 0 for 1 on the power play tonight with 1 shot. And while they had the power play, the Canadians shorthanded actually had 2 shots. Chuck didn't win that face-off. It goes the other way. The other night, there's a lopsided edge in the face-off category. Montreal won 65% of the draws. No one on Tampa Bay had a winning record.
But they didn't win the big one.
Right.
That's all that matters.
That's the one that Montreal's still talking about. Andrew Chuck's over the line. He may have been offside. He'll hold on to it. Plays it to the left. St. Louis will hold. Takes it into the circle. Looking. Andrew Chuck, now it's a 5-on-4 as 2 players come back out on the ice. Canadians break. Béjean's shorthanded. Got that shot off, but it was deflected wide. Look at the hustle from Béjean. He runs hard there. Into LeCavalier, won the puck. Great hustle from Béjean. Up it goes beyond the point. That's okay by them. They're killing the penalty. What a shift by Béjean.
Excellent shift by Steve Béjean. Montreal Canadiens were not good at shorthanded goals this year. In fact, they were 2nd worst in the NHL in the regular season. They only had 5.
Boyle comes through on the right. Around the boards, Brisebois takes the hit. Modine sweeps it. Left point, Richards. He holds. Right side to Boyle. At the circle, it's LeCavalier. Holding it. Center point. Richards fires a tip. Save. A rolling puck, and the Lightning couldn't redirect it home, and now it's cleared by Montreal.
And if Corey Stillman had had a bit better bunting skills, he probably would have been a 1-1 game because he just missed that puck in the air when Theodore wasn't right over to the post.
Richards dumps it in. Richards with 8 points in his last 6 games, including the 2 goals the other night. Modine for Richards, holding it at the left point, backs it up around the boards and goes towards Stillman. 13 seconds left on the Tampa Bay power play, and that one is not what they wanted. It goes all the way out of the zone. Boyle is going to play it all the way back. Javi Bulin tries to help him out for Lukowicz, and Lukowicz leaves it off for Boyle. Montreal gets a great round of applause from their fans for that penalty kill.
Well, we've talked about it all series. Tampa Bay is not good on the power play. They're 2 for 12 in this series, but one of them was a 5-on-3 goal.
Heron over the line. He grew up in the Montreal area. He comes around the boards, out towards the point. Pratt, that's up high and deflected wide of Theodore. Taylor's after it. He has some help from Perrin. Afanasenko, nice move around Brisebois. Skate save made by Theodore, but what a nice move by young Afanasenko.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be able to do that to a veteran like Brisebois.
Correct. Here's Perrin. Around the boards for Taylor. The check there. Oh, look at Bouillon working hard, maybe too hard. He's got to let him go. He's still going after Taylor.
Yeah, and Mick Nichols got both these guys now.
The gloves are off. Whoa, Taylor just landed a few. Bouillon was the aggressor at the start, but not in the end.
Well, Francis Bouillon is a stocky little fire plug, born in New York City, but he is French. Here's the start of this whole thing. Taylor knocks the lid right off of the head of Bouillon, and then they get at it.
You know, Taylor was so disciplined, he didn't want to draw the penalty, but in the end, he had to go.
Now, Taylor's not a fighter. So Bouillon is out there doing his job, playing hard. I'm sure Coach Julien wants that. But you know what? Coach Tortorella will take that trade-off at any time. He'll take his Tim Taylor, his good utility player, to take one of the Montreal defensemen off the ice.
2:49 to go in the first period. But if anyone thought Montreal was going to come out and lay an egg in the first period, that is not the case. They've come out with fire, and they've got a 1-0 lead. Same kind of fire that we saw in Game 3. We didn't see it in Games 1 or 2. Flip by Perreault. 5 each for fighting. Bouillon and Taylor, and another whistle. And again, we haven't heard a single whistle here tonight.
And what happened on this play was the Montreal player had his leg over the board, and the puck hit the player coming over the boards before he got on, and that's why the face-off is right there. Scampanella blew it down.
Richards in for the draw. Won by Ryder after Ribeiro was waved out of the circle. Comes all the way down ice. Pratt is after it. Pratt taking off the puck. Tampa Bay with a flip. That's broken up. Lightning look to move it out. They can't. Ryder kept it in. Komisarek missed on a chance. In front it goes. Cut off by Saric. Now to Richards. And up ice. Dingman looks. Wanted to backhand it into the zone. Goes forehand now off the stick of Ryder. Picked up over the line. Atelier. Save made off the blocker by Theodore. Dingman shot redirected. Here's Souray. Going the other way with it against the grain and away from traffic. And an offside is called on Tampa. Coming up on our first intermission report, John Saunders, Barry Melrose are in the studio. Something about staying off the logo. I think I know what that's about. And the CBA talks. There's an update. Gary Bettman and Bob Goodenow were having a discussion yesterday. We saw them at one of the games, and supposedly they were chatting today.
They were, and staying off the logo. I wonder if that has to do with the Lightning logo and the Montreal media.
My guess, but I didn't want to give it away.
Well, I'm wondering. I don't know. You never know with John and Barry.
Zednik's over the line. Shooting it. Gloved by Javi Bull, and he gives no rebound. There's another face-off coming up with 1:31 to go in the first.
Well, Richard Zednik was dynamic against the Boston Bruins. Anybody that watched that series had to notice Zednik almost every game, especially in Game 7. My goodness, they win the game 2-0. He gets both the goals. But so far in this series, when Claude Julien had taken him off this big line, he hadn't done anything, and that's why he reunited this line for Game 4.
Lightning break out. That pass never made it, though, off the boards. That was the intent. Saku Koivu with it. Left side, Markov. Now to the breaking Koivu, and the Finnish captain will flip it. Ahead for Kovalev. 1:07 to go in the period. Kovalev sweeps it over. Zednik holds. Looks behind the net. Kovalev holds it there. Looking. In front shot. Save Javi Bull, and there's a rebound. And another whistle. We got a holding penalty.
This is a Tampa Bay penalty. This was an unbelievable save. First of all, it was an incredible pass out by Kovalev. He's played with Wayne Gretzky, so I guess that's where he learned how to do this. Watch this pass, folks, and then off the shaft. He stopped it with the handle of the stick. You think this guy's not good? Watch this one again. Off the handle. Oh, the crossbar. Zednik put that off the crossbar, and then Modine was right on top of him, and it's Freddie Modine that ends up in the penalty box. Here's another look at it from inside the net. You'll see what Javi Bullen sees. Beautiful pass out to Zednik. The quick flip, but no such luck. I think it hit the handle and the crossbar, and a bit of a deflection, but Javi Bullen, a tremendous save.
Let's go to Joe McLinney. Joe, what do you have?
Hey, guys, I'll tell you what happened on this. When Zednik was knocked down in front of the net, Daryl Sador thought that he was faking on the play. And so that's why he skated over to him, and he was telling him to get up, kind of using his skates to bump into him a little bit. That's when Kovalev got involved and went over to help protect Zednik. And now as we see Zednik being helped from the ice. Guys?
Thanks, Joe. It looked fairly harmless when you saw the referee call for the hold, but Zednik stayed down.
Well, and the way he fell onto the sticks, I think you're going to see him fall onto sticks here. You can't see it from that angle, but the way he fell down, that probably hurt him. And you know what? That's what happens when you cry possum, and Montreal has cried possum a few times in the playoffs.
Power play is on. Here's Montreal with Souray's shot blocked and cleared. Montreal has to respect the penalty killing of Tampa Bay. It's so aggressive. Scored a shorthanded goal the other night and scored twice in the playoffs, 15 in the regular season.
You're absolutely right. They have to make sure they know who is on the ice and how strong this penalty killing unit is in opportunities.
How about that hit from Saric on Brisebois as the puck comes back to the Montreal zone.
And here comes the dangerous guys right now. Martin St. Louis is going to come out onto the ice now and be followed by Stillman has just gone off. Stillman has just come on, rather. He is very dangerous. He got the shorthanded goal in Game 3. But these two guys, at any opportunity, get on their horse and fly down the ice.
Theodore leaves it off for Souray. Good first period for Montreal. They've got the lead. Trying to avoid elimination in this second round of the playoffs. As the horn sounds, ending play in the first, and bodies get together again in the end. Kubina and Souray. 1-0, Montreal after one.
The Volkswagen Spring Sales Drive is going on now. That means it's a really good time to get behind the wheel of your very own road-hugging, German-engineered Volkswagen. Each one is packed with cool features and backed by a 4-year, 50,000-mile limited warranty. And now, for a little while at least, you can get a new Jetta GL for just $189 a month. So see your local dealer soon, because like spring, this will be over before you know it.
I get headaches a lot. Some weeks it's like I get one every day. It was so frustrating. I used to take anything in reach. I knew some medicines cause stomach problems, but my stomach felt fine. And then I found out, even if you don't feel it, aspirin can be damaging to your stomach. So maybe there's some problems going on that you don't even feel. I'm not okay with that.
The pure pain relief of Tylenol works fast on your headaches and is safer on your stomach.
People get next to me, their luck turns.
Critics are calling the cooler a classic romantic fable.
I love this schmuck.
He's a loser. 2 thumbs up. William H. Macy, Maria Bello, and Alec Baldwin in his Academy Award-nominated role, The Cooler, now on DVD and video.
Look,
The new flamethrower burger at Dairy Queen with crispy jalapeno bacon and Tabasco flavored mayo. Do one carefully and DQ something different.
I used a credit card to treat myself to a little chunk of heaven, baby. That singles weekend in Tijuana. Freaky deaky. But first, I needed to power up my babe magnet. Self-tanning cream, fresh hair plugs, and a complete wax job on the old chassis. Ouch. Slow down, ladies. There's enough Larry for everyone.
Fraud early warning. When we see suspicious spending, we'll alert you and stop it. Citi Identity Theft Solutions. That's using your card wisely.
Let's get it started. The NBA playoffs enter crunch time with a doubleheader of pivotal Game 5s on ESPN. First, with the series now locked in 2, the Hornets head back to Miami to take on the Heat. Then, KG has the Timberwolves poised to win their first playoff series ever as they try to close out Carmelo and the Nuggets. Hornets Heat and Nuggets Timberwolves, a playoff doubleheader tomorrow at 7 on ESPN.
The Montreal Canadiens trying to stave off elimination, grab the early lead. Sundstrom gets the goal, and 1-0, Montreal leads the Lightning. John Saunders alongside of Barry Melrose, and again, this is really what we saw in Game 3. Tampa Bay was lucky to win Game 3.
Well, they weren't. They were lucky to win Game 3. Montreal was the best club. Montreal was the best club in the first period of this game. They look much faster, which they're not. They look much hungrier, which they shouldn't be. Tampa Bay's got a chance of finishing this series off. They just look like they wanted it more. Tampa Bay is very lucky. It's only 1-0 right now. Could easily have been 2 or 3-0 going into the second period.
Do you have any idea how many guys are playing in the NHL now who were still playing when you were still playing?
There's one, Dave Andreychuk, I know. I think there's a few more that I played against, but I know I played against Dave Andreychuk when he was with Buffalo.
We certainly would remember many of the guys that would look back at you and say, we saw you from the bench. But anyway, remember in the year 2001 when Ray Bourque won the Stanley Cup finally with the Colorado Avalanche? Same situation this year with Dave Andreychuk. Aaron Andrews has his story.
One of the biggest reasons you were brought here was for the leadership. What was one thing you were trying to instill in that locker room?
Credibility, to realize that you have to be accountable every day. It's not just 1 game on and 3 off. It's come to work every day.
3 or 4 years ago, before David came here, you just walk in that room and it was like a comedy club. There was just no rhyme or reason as far as what to do, prepare for practice today, getting there on time, not showing up with a cup of coffee and a donut and running onto the ice.
Obviously, I want to make sure that that locker room was tight, that the guys were together, that they played for each other. And I think that's one thing that we have right now going for us. We're a very tight locker room, and it's going to help us.
I know one of the first rules you made was regarding the logo. You couldn't walk across it or you'd get fined. Tell us about it.
The logo thing took a little while to get down. I remember putting pylons around the logo for a while. to try to get guys to stay off the logo.
And I remember one time I walked right across the logo. It was your first week here, and you yelled at me and you said I owed a fine. How much money did you collect that year in fines? Do you remember?
Well, we did have a good party at the end of the year. Let's just say that.
As coaches, we can bang away at a number of different things. If your leadership of your club doesn't believe in it and follow through when we step out of the room, it goes nowhere. And that's where Andy has really stepped up and brought a whole different sense in that room.
First of all, just by watching him on the ice, the little thing he does, the little details that sometimes you don't do when you're younger. He doesn't talk for nothing. When he says something, it's serious, and we know it's going to help with the club.
Lightning General Manager Jay Feaster says he wouldn't be surprised if we played till you're 60. What do you think?
I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm still healthy, and I'm still producing. I'm still doing good things on the ice and good things off the ice. So it's just like any other year. I'm going to wait and talk to my family at the end of the year and decide what we're going to do. But right now, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't play.
If you look at all the great teams that have won Stanley Cups and have started with young players, they all had veteran players on the team. Eddie Westfall with the New York Islanders, Ace Bailey with the Edmonton Oilers. The younger players had to learn and be taught how to become great players, how to win, how to play hard every night. Andreychuk is the perfect mentor for guys like Cavalier, San Luis, Richards, players like that didn't know how to win, didn't know what it took. He's shown them, and then him not winning a cup is actually a better teaching experience for these young guys than maybe if he's won 3 or 4. It shows how hard it is to win the Stanley Cup.
More games than anyone without getting your name on the cup. And by the way, we have challenged our research staff to go back to 1984 and find out exactly how many guys were in the league then with Barry Melrose and are in the league now. We hope to have that
still living
between the second and third period. Sometimes we're happy you're just still breathing. Canadians 1-0.
This year, he'll spend 32 hours trimming bushes, 61 hours mowing the lawn, 52 hours watering flowers. But he won't have to refinish his deck for another 4 years. Behr Premium Weatherproofing Wood Sealer and Finish with silicone. 4-year protection against rain, sun, wind, and snow, guaranteed. Behr. Get it right every time.
Agony.
Anguish. Words that should never define the taste of your energy bar. Introducing Snickers Marathon, long-lasting energy bar with the great taste of Snickers. Snickers Marathon, the energy you crave.
I'm George W. Bush, and I approve this message.
Few votes in Congress are as important as funding our troops at war. Though John Kerry voted in October 2002 for military action in Iraq, he later voted against funding our soldiers.
Mr. Kerry.
No. Body armor and higher combat pay for our troops.
Mr. Kerry.
No. Better health care for reservists.
Mr. Kerry.
No. And what does Kerry say now?
I actually did vote for the $87 billion before I voted against it.
Wrong on defense.
Another new K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it.
This is how I spin it. Buy K-Swiss.
Put your spin on it.
Look it up. Mix it up.
Spin it like this. Put your spin on it.
Represent my team. My team. They're new. 5 stripes.
Put your spin on it.
Red or blue. I wear my K-Swiss like this.
Put your spin on it. Put your spin on it.
K-Swiss.
Honey, we're pregnant.
Oh, let's get to work.
Twins. Didn't see that coming.
Morning, baby.
What's so good about it?
Mood swings, perfectly normal. Breast pump. Ow.
There's an accident on the 20, so take the parkway.
Life's better with the Butterfly. Come see all the ways you can get more done at MSN.com.
Now, when you stay at Ramada, you'll earn points towards the things you really want with the largest hotel rewards program ever. Trip Rewards. Think of it as a gazillion more reasons why Ramada is a very good place to be.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by New Gillette Complete Skincare. It's time to face skincare like a man.
And Montreal right now, 1-0, taking care of that lead and trying to stay alive and force a game number 5 back in Tampa. For the first time in months, the National League Players Association and management sat down today, Bob Goodenow and Gary Bettman, and decided to start talking about the upcoming collective bargaining agreement, and they got nothing done, really.
Well, it's going to take time, and that's what's going to happen. They've been negotiating in the press, and all sports do that. We saw baseball do that. But they're talking, and they're planning meetings. We've got a lot of good things going right now. The World Cup is coming this summer, so the hockey people are going to have to stay together after the playoffs and keep talking. John, I just think we got too many positive things happening in the NHL right now. Smart people got to get together and get this deal done somehow.
You like 72-game schedule?
I love 72 games season. 82, John, is too much. It's too hard. They actually shortened the season the last couple of years, so they're playing more games in less time. 72 games will make the product better. It'll make the games more important. And there's even talk that the conferences won't play against each other. I love that idea. It'll help the Western Conference travel. And I love the idea of the two conferences not seeing each other's styles until the NHL finals come along. Just like baseball used to have. You can argue the National League's better or the American League's better. We can get that argument in hockey. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Absolutely, and those baseball purists hate the fact that they have interleague play right now. We'll find out as the months come. We hope there is a season come next fall.
You know the feeling. Every guy's had it. You're unbeatable, unstoppable. You got that walking on water feeling. You look, they smile. You win, they go home. It's the feeling you get every day with the world's best shave, Mach 3 Turbo. It's like having an angel by your side. Every move is smooth. Every word is cool. I never want to lose that feeling.
That ought to do it. Oh, you're going international, huh?
That's the plan.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Frank, little help!
Here you go, guys.
Hey, ragazzi! Hey, Franco! Che aiuti?
Ci vediamo.
Ciao, Franco.
Ciao.
Ecco i pacchi dall'America.
Sì, lavoriamo con l'estero, eh?
Ti ringrazio.
Complimenti.
Global shipping with a very familiar face. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Can't sleep unless you're caught up on the entire day in sports.
The man is still a menace at the plate.
At 11, Sports Center.
This news just went down in the last 40 minutes.
Then Outside the Lines Nightly with Bob Lee.
There was drama and theater today. The topic, steroids and drug testing.
Followed by Baseball Tonight.
Why not just use your bullpen?
Now featuring John Kruk.
I have an opinion on everything, and sometimes you're not going to like it.
The entire day in sports. Weeknights starting at 11 Eastern on ESPN.
So, what makes a quality car?
Safety features. Safety's #1.
Toyota Camry has an advanced airbag system and anti-lock brake system.
Quality car
Means value.
good mileage.
Camry was named an excellent value, and it gets 33 miles per gallon.
Somebody give me a Camry.
Get zero financing for 36 months on a new 04 Solara or Camry, or 1,000 customer cash on Camry. See your Toyota dealer.
Hi, I'm Les Howard from Howard & Sons in Monticello, and we're going to get you down and dirty for only $49 a month. Just pick from any one of our new Polaris ATVs, and we'll throw in a trailer, a helmet, and gloves, all for just $49 a month. Or we'll get you all wet for just $50 a month with the Watercraft of the Year, the Polaris MSX, a new Triton aluminum trailer, 2 life jackets, a pull-behind tube, all for just $50 a month. So come see us at Howard & Sons and experience the way out.
Larry, later tonight on ESPN2, Detroit looks to even the series, and I got to tell you, I like the way Calgary's playing. I think they go up 3-1.
I think it's going to be 2-2 after tonight's game, John.
Jordan Tutu?
Jordan Tutu.
All right.
Jonathan Chichu.
I thought he was out already. That's tonight at 10 on ESPN2.
No, 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 wrong.
Mayday, mayday.
Not a good time.
Exactly, not a good time. I said it, I don't like it.
My client?
How bad?
What is with the marble? Very, very bad. People don't listen. Too many trees.
Doing the smile thing?
This is a joke, right? Doing it now.
Relax. You're under budget.
We're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget. I love it.
Loves it.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
I've been a hog farmer all my life, and I ain't never seen anything like these Fram air hogs. Yeah! Crazy critters scaring the chickens. And the missus, too, to be honest. Mind you, folks can't wait to get their hands on them.
The Fram Air Hog High Performance Air Filter, designed to allow more airflow for increased acceleration and horsepower. They breathe in, you peel out. Fram Air Hog, hog the road.
Buy it on DVD Tuesday. The soldier who joined the samurai, the men who defied a nation. It is the end of the samurai. The warriors. It's not over. Who became legend. Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai. Buy it on DVD Tuesday.
Welcome to the wireless age. Got your HP Pavilion ZT3280 notebook PC featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology. Your HP camera and wireless printer. Setting it up was easy, right, Techno Boy? Because you went to CompUSA for that state-of-the-art HP engineering. Then CompUSA came over, set it up, and trained you for free. Who else gives you so much attention? CompUSA, unmatched.
The grilling man fears his ancient nemesis no more. I refer not to the double-cut pork chop, the nuance of burger rotation, but to the empty propane tank. Yes, the grilling man knows the ways of Blue Rhino. As he swaps for the perfect full Blue Rhino tank, there is no sad goodbye, for Drop, Swap, and Go is the brave new world, where the flame is always blue and the wieners never burn. Fear not, grilling man. Blue Rhino is at your command.
We're getting ready for the start of the second period with Neil Smith and Joe Micheletti. I'm JP Dellacamera. Remember, Modine is still in the box for 104, so when this period starts, Montreal has the power play.
And this ice is excellent here, so this will be a slick ice service, both for the power play to manipulate the puck around and for quick breaks from this dynamic penalty-killing units of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Brisebois will send it in around the boards. Kept in there, Canadiens deep. Behind the net it goes. The centering pass finds its way to Markov, who backs it up. Markov to the circle with a pass to Ryder. Brisebois, the shot knocked down in front. And Sador gets it and clears it.
And in case you missed it, Richard Zednik is not out here on this power play as he normally would be with Koivu and Kovalev. He went off in the first period after being knocked down by Modine. Actually, that's why Modine is in the penalty box, and it looks like a high ankle sprain.
St. Louis with a flip out of the zone, knocked down by Stillman, who's very dangerous, shorthanded from 60. That one's blocked. Brisebois will get it. 16 seconds left on the Canadiens' power play. Looking to go up by a couple of goals. Brisebois cross, settled there, left for Koivu. Nice save there by Javi Woolen, and it goes off the netting.
What some great stick handling there by both Kovalev and Koivu. If you watch the way that Kovalev moves his puck, watch this. He goes on the little back pass. That fools the defenseman Saric, and he's able to get the shot off. Here it is again, Kovalev, a nifty little back pass. Saric was moving with Kovalev, and Koivu was able to get the shot off.
Those two guys seem to have a very good chemistry, Koivu and Kovalev. Off this draw, left circle shot right through the crease. Around it goes. Rive. Penalties over on Tampa Bay. Back to full and equal strength. The wraparound. Stop by Javi Woolen. Rebound save. Sundstrom nearly had his second goal. Here's a big shot that's knocked down off Rive's stick. Sundstrom came so close to giving Montreal the biggest lead in this series. LeCavalier chasing the puck. You can tell it's him because of the booing. And yet he's a Montreal kid, but they don't like what he did to the team so far in this series.
They just simply don't like how good he is, and he's not in red and blue and white.
Around the boards, Souray. Sheldon Souray played almost 10 minutes. That's half of this opening period. Here in the second, this is Sundstrom. This pass knocked down. Canadiens hold it. In front, Bulis knocked away. Jan Bulis nearly had one. At the right point, Markov, and apparently that puck came out. That was close.
Well, the one goal in this game has been scored by Nicholas Sundstrom. He almost has two. If you watch this, he's right here. He tries to jam it twice. Happy Bullen had everything covered up. There's no way you had been able to get a P under here. Look at this. The stick's there, the pads are there. There's no place to go. You take a look at it from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. You think you can get anything through there? I doubt it.
Richards with a pass for Stillman as we're back in the live action. Richards behind the net, right through the crease. To the left side. Pratt kept it in. St. Louis for Stillman. Trying to finesse that to Richards. That was a tough pass to even attempt. Montreal breaks up ice over the line. Ribeiro deep. Taking off his stick. And Tampa Bay comes back with the Pratt pass. Neutral zone Ryder. Boulos was in ahead of him and now came back out as it's dumped in. Javi Bullen for Saric. Off the boards for Stillman, who played here with St. Louis after a long career with Calgary, settling in here with Tampa Bay. St. Louis around the boards for Richards. He takes the hit, centered it out in front, and the Canadiens try to break out. Koivu detained by Sidor. Perreault, Kovalev, nice pass inside. Koivu shot up high. May have taken a deflection. Soure kept it in. That's Koivu. Dubina chases him down. The pass to Perreault. He tried to find Kovalev, who spins his man around. Sidor takes it. Nearly lost it there, but he finds Perrin breaking 60-footer. That's going to go up off the netting.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel, brought to you by the new Chevrolets. 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months, an American revolution. Cialis. Cialis is here. Ask your doctor if a free sample of Cialis is right for you. And Corona Extra, miles away from ordinary.
1-0 Montreal. Here in Game 4, must win for the Canadiens to force a Game 5. That would be back in Tampa on Saturday night. Nikolic leaves it off. Here's Perrin, flipping it, intended for Dingman. It's a fourth line that's out there right now for Tampa Bay. The down pass up, sent in by Beijing. Canadiens have their fourth line out there as well. Here's down behind the net. Former New Jersey Devil, won a cup with them. Flipping it out in front. Sundstrom lost it there. It's loose. Hit the side netting. And the Lightning try to move it to the near boards for Dingman. He lost it there. Comes back to Boyle. Lukovic banks it off the boards. Now brought it back in, and now the whistle for an offside as Perrin gets involved late with Beijing.
Well, that goal that Tampa Bay allowed in the first period was only their second road playoff goal allowed in the first periods during this playoffs. If I'm not saying that clearly, there's only been one time that Tampa Bay has allowed a goal on the road in these playoffs this season. And they are also very powerful in the second period. That's actually been the difference. They're 10 goals for, only 1 against in the playoffs so far this postseason.
Team that gets stronger the deeper they've gone. Here is Pratt sending it in around the boards. LeCavalier kept it in. Loose puck swatted at. It was by Waugh. Pratt will keep it alive. Andrechuk getting involved in front with Brisebois, trying to take him off his game as the puck comes free to center. Knocked down by Ryder. Michael Ryder over the line, and he just lost it in the end. Ryder takes it in deep behind the net. Double team. Still got a piece of that puck, but now it's LeCavalier. LeCavalier with two-goal games and then 1 in the last game for Andrechuk. This one is tipped by Theodore, and he stopped that one too on the rebound.
2 good saves by Theodore there. They were tipped on the way through to him, but he tracked it all the way.
That's Sidor banking it up for Waugh, and he dumps it in on the backhander. Theodore with a flip. Along the boards, Canadiens dig it free. Here they come. It could be a 2-on-1. Up ice. Kovalev holds. Kovalev trying to shoot it. It was blocked by Sidor. Kovalev stays with it. Good puck control by Alex Kovalev. For Koivu. Saku Koivu coming in. Backhander stopped in front. Goes to the far boards. Perreault is after it. Flipping it in deep for Kovalev. Nice pass. And then the second pass, a little too fancy. Koivu intended for Perot.
On that 2-on-1, that was a rare bobble by Kovalev. He bobbled the puck, and that's why he couldn't get the shot off.
He doesn't bobble this one. He's got it there at the circle. Here's the cut. He stays with it. Snaps it wide on the short side. Koivu's after it. And now the pass up for Brad Richards. Waits for the help to come. And instead, the back-checking Canadiens take it over. Lead pass was too far. Intended for Sundstrom. Dan Boyle on it. Takes a hit there. Kicks it free. Sundstrom after it. Richards with a clearance. Markov will chase it. Intercepted by Richards with a foot the other way. Greg Rivet on it. Rivet had a couple of assists in Game 3.
JP, this is Sundstrom's best game in the playoffs so far. Don't forget, he missed the first series with a bad ankle, and it took him a while, even in this series, to get going. I know he felt bad about the goal that went in to tie the game. He should have had the puck out in Game 3.
Off a deflection, there's a break in the action. 1-0 Montreal.
Street trucks, extended cab, and crew cab. Introducing the 15 new Chevy Colorados. The most mid-sized trucks ever unleashed. Chevy Colorados. An American revolution.
This lazy moment has been brought to you by Cialis. Talk to your doctor today to find out if a free sample of Cialis is right for you. Cialis is here. Are you ready?
Follow the curving Irish lanes long enough, and you'll find yourself in the town of Wicklow. And if you arrive on that most special day in Ireland, you'll find the town celebrating their favorite holiday in traditional fashion.
Hey, John, happy Cinco de Mayo!
All right, boys, playoff hockey production is underway. Set all machines to maximum. It's all about determination and toughness now. Because only one team's going to hoist the cup. The NHL playoffs delivered nightly on ESPN and ESPN2.
JP and Neil talked about the fact that the Tampa Bay Lightning are so great at blocking shots. It's been part of their game plan all season long. Craig Ramsey is their assistant coach, and he told me that they have been talking about blocking shots since the first game of the season, and that includes the preseason. They talk about it on a daily basis. Then they show video, and they show players that not only block shots, but players that don't block the important shots. It's become a fabric of the team, and Craig Ramsey, as you well know, Neil, was one of the best defensive forwards in the National Hockey League for his career.
You're sure right about that, Joe. He was a great Buffalo Sabre, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the Sador check on Kovalev right here. See how he knocks the puck away. Great defensive work. Kovalev had bobbled it a little bit, caused him to put his head down.
And as we come back to live action, the penalty as we went to break was on Bégin for boarding, so it's a power play here. Lightning are 0 for 2 right now with just a couple of shots trying to get themselves back into this game. They're only down by 1. Sador leads the rush. Stays with it to center. Sador across the line, waits for the help, finds it with Stillman. In front, save. It was bobbled by Theodore, but he holds on in the Lecavalier shot.
A nice one-timer by Vincent Lecavalier. These guys move the puck around. Great. Stillman with the little thing, a one-timer right there. That's not going to get by Theodore, but again, Theodore is tracking the puck really well.
And the big thing about him, his coach, Claude Julien, says, I'm not going to say he hasn't played good. He's played good. He's played okay, but he hasn't stood on his head, and that's what they need tonight.
That's what you need to do to win in the playoffs. His save percentage is only .871 in this series, so I'm not sure that he's played great.
Giving up almost 4 goals a game. Stillman with it. You know, during the regular season against Tampa Bay, he was giving up almost 3 a game, so he did not play well against them. Center point, down on the near side. The Kubina shot steered away. Markov, short-handed, good clear. 119 on the power play for the Lightning. Richards with a couple of power play markers. Comes up, lead pass is blocked. And a break almost for Boulis.
And Boulis and Brisebois teaming up, trying to do what Tampa Bay has done to them.
Here's Richards. High off the glass it goes. Kubina, strong regular season for him, 17 goals. Kubina now with a high dump in. Breeze ball getting there first. Right up the middle, right between the 2-point guys.
And that was pretty chancy by Brisebois because that wasn't a hard shootout. And had Tampa got to that, it could have been extremely dangerous.
In the corner. Now it comes back to Richards. He starts out, 27 seconds left on the man advantage for the Lightning. Dumped in from center ice. Around the boards it goes. Lightning try to keep it in, and they do with big Andrew Chuck there. Andrew Chuck.
Another penalty to Rivet this time for knocking over St. Louis.
Quick shot deflected by Theodore. Possession there by Rivet. And bad news there for Montreal. Tonight, the Stanley Cup playoffs continue on ESPN2. A big one at 10 Eastern. Brett Hull and the Red Wings, they can't afford to go down 3-1. They currently trail Calgary 2-1 in that best of 7. Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN2, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Well, these kind of penalties are the kind you want to see. That's a bad penalty by Craig Rivet on Martin St. Louis. Puts his team 2 men down for 12 seconds. And if you remember, in Tampa, Sheldon Souray put the Montreal Canadiens down 2 men, and that cost them a goal.
That was Lecavalier's goal in Game 2. Here's Boyle, right circle, shot high and wide of Theodore. Only 4 seconds on the 2-man power play anyway. Here's Boyle keeping it alive for Andrechuk. Canadians get 1 guy back. In front for Lecavalier blocked. Andrechuk leaves it. Sador in front. Redirected and cleared by Montreal.
What great work there by Francis Bouillon. Great penalty kill by Francis Bouillon.
Here's Boyle starting out power play. Consecutive power plays here for Tampa Bay. Sador fires around the boards. St. Louis keeps it alive. Lecavalier to Boyle at the point. Wrister steered wide. Theodore was there with Modine in front. Here's Lecavalier again. Lecavalier holds it out of the right point for Boyle. Into the corner. St. Louis cycling with Lecavalier. Off those boards, up high off the glass. St. Louis back for Lecavalier. Side of the net, now behind the net. Lecavalier in the forehand. Good patience there. Sador had it sticked away. Here's Boyle with a chance in front. And that's blocked, and Boyle has to hustle after it. Canadians more aggressive tonight on the penalty kill.
They certainly are, and blocking all kinds of shots. And again, I can't say it enough. Theodore looks the best he's looked in this series.
Something about elimination games, at least this year, seems to bring out the best in Jose.
Well, it's the pressure. He thrives on pressure, no doubt about it. Don't forget, this guy was MVP of the National Hockey League and the Vezina Trophy winner only 2 seasons ago.
Canadians win the puck, clear it. Dowd has done so well in the penalty kill and in a reserve role for Montreal. Fedotenko with it. In his own zone with a flip to Richards. 10 seconds left on the Lightning power play. Richards looks for Kubina deep. Afanasenkov around the boards. Corey Stillman is there. Off the skate of Afanasenkov. And then off the glass. Rivet comes out. Afanasenkov lost the puck, and here's Rivet. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Lightning breaking up. Now it's picked off. Montreal back over the line. Stick work there. Beautiful by Koivu. Saka walks in. Save. Rebound is loose. Markov tried for Perreault. Here's Commissar. Up high, and that's blocked as well. Again, Tampa Bay blocking a lot of shots. Afanasenkov drops it off. Stillman looks. Drops it. Wrister by Pratt. Stop there. Commissar into the corner with Fedotenko. Koivu. Some great stick work by Koivu in the other end nearly resulted in a Montreal goal.
Unbelievable rush by Koivu earlier. Almost ended up in a goal had it not been for Javi Bullen.
Koivu, it's deflected. Commissar to the left point. Big wind-up Souray, and it's off the post. Javi Bullen didn't see it, but now he's got it. Still 1-0. Montreal leading in Game 4.
K1 battle at the Bellagio 2. Call now to order.
Colorado Z71 with an available 220 horsepower engine.
You're it.
Don't let all that power go to your head. Chevy, an American revolution.
Peace, y'all. We're Blackalicious. Yahoo. Yahoo.
I use Yahoo Search to find other Republican Party animals to party with.
Hip-hop, it's a way to express yourself.
So that's what it's all about. Partying,
Rapping,
Republicans,
DJing,
money.
I think the thing that's really cool about Yahoo Launch is that it makes music accessible.
And I'm taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the street.
Music engine, search engine, life engine.
Yahoo! What's that expression? You've got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good. Well, Javi Bulin is both certainly on this Sheldon Soure blast. Look at that puck. Oh, my goodness. Just wide of the poster. It's 2-0 Southwest Airlines. Goal cam shows us even better. Look at this. No cigar. Just wide of the net. And the Bulin wall falls back and gets it.
Meanwhile, after that whistle and lost in the shuffle was a penalty on Komisarek. So he's sitting for a couple. The crowd just recognizing that with the announcement as Richards jumps in. So 3 straight power plays here for Tampa Bay. But so far, Montreal has kept them at bay. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Komisarek. Not a good time to pick up one of those penalties. At the circle, Andrew Chuck flips it around the boards. Le Cavalier obfuscated in. Oh, you talk about a little luck, as you were saying before. Theodore had no chance. 1-1.
Montreal cannot keep taking these penalties. They are taking some undisciplined penalties. We saw it first with Rivet, we saw it with Bejan, and now it's Komisarek. And what happens? Eventually something finds the net. This one was a pass out. It was never intended as a shot. It goes off the skates. It looks of Dan Boyle and right into the net. Here again, Le Cavalier out for Boyle and into the net. And if you keep taking penalties, that means the other team has possession of the puck most of the time. When the other team has possession most of the time, they're going to find a way to get it into the net. By hook or by crook, it ends up in your net.
And it's taking Montreal out of a rhythm with all of their line combinations because they're killing all these penalties.
Absolutely, and takes the crowd out of the game as well. We talked about second periods for Tampa. Here we go again.
They're giving it to Boyle at 11:57. So for Dan Boyle, it's going to be his first goal of the playoffs. We'll see how big a goal that is. Remember back to that save Javi Bulin made when the puck died at the post. That could have been a 2-0 game for Montreal. Instead, it's 1-1 here. Now we'll see how Montreal responds.
Absolutely.
Dowd is over the line. Here's the response. Saved by Javi Bulin. Ribeiro, that's his best chance in a while, and I mean in several games. Giving assist to Le Cavalier and Andrechuk on that goal. Good hit there along the boards by Koivu. Here's Bouillon over the line. Going in wide. Bouillon puts on the brakes. He's hit there, but he stays up with the puck. Poke checked out near the point. Kovalev kept it alive there. Still looks with Modine, and now it's flipped, and that will go out of play. Let's go back to Joe Micheletti.
Okay, thanks very much. Neil, you made an excellent point about taking penalties, Montreal taking penalties. Before the game, I had a chance to sit down with Claude Julien, the head coach of the Canadiens, and one of the things that he was adamant about regarding this game is he said, we can't do what we did last time. We can't be taking penalties and taking ourselves out of the game and putting Tampa Bay on the power play, and it's exactly what's happened. Guys?
Well, I think, Joe, a lot of times a little bit too much exuberance by a guy like Komisarek. He's a young player, and he doesn't know where that line is.
Richards overskates. That goal for Boyle is his first ever NHL playoff goal. And right now, it's a big one in that it has tied up this game. 1-1 in Game 4. Canadiens with it. Boulis. Quick shot. Knocked away by Javi Bulin. Boulis the rebound. Save off the chest. Javi Bulin in a great position for that rebound attempt.
Well, Montreal still out shooting Tampa Bay 19-16 in this hockey game. Here's a couple more shots. A good one-timer. Not real strong, but then Boulis gets the backhander. Javi Bulin's right there. He looks so big when he makes these saves. Look at that. It doesn't look like you got anywhere to put it. Look at this angle. You'll see, look. He's right with you as you get the puck. There's just absolutely no hole in the Bulin wall when he moves across with you.
He's won his last 6 games. Less than a goal per game he's given up. best in the playoffs to this point. At the point, the Brisebois shot redirected. Here's Koivu. Far wing. Around the boards. That's Perreault. For Kovalev. Kovalev holds. Puts it on the forehand in front off the skate. Souray in deep. Souray shot blocked. He didn't have enough on it. They almost sprung LeCavalier.
And at the same time, Saric got hit with a hard slap shot right in the side of the foot. He just skated it off.
At center, it's broken up. LeCavalier with a flip. Stillman now to Andrechuk with a flip up high over Theodore. Stillman picks it up. He got there first. Rory Stillman holding. Goes back the other way. Here's LeCavalier in front for Boyle, who jumped in, and this could be costly. Montreal coming back on a 3-on-2 over the line. Kovalev the pass for Koivu. I don't think Koivu expected that. We've got a delayed penalty coming up. It'll be hooking. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's 1-1.
Do you have the right truck?
Hi, black coffee to go.
Does your truck have better resale value than Ford and Dodge? A Silverado half-ton pickup does.
Hey guys, what's up? Hey, is this your truck?
What's it going for?
What do you mean, what's it going for?
Let me make you an offer.
It's not for sale.
What do you mean here? It's for sale.
It's not for sale.
Silverado, it's the right truck from Chevy.
Follow the curving Irish lanes long enough, and you'll find yourself in the town of Wicklow. And if you arrive on that most special day in Ireland, you'll find the town celebrating their favorite holiday in traditional fashion.
Hey, John, happy Cinco de Mayo!
We want to make sure that you're right for our daughter. Are you safe? Reliable?
Carfax has the history of the car you're looking at. Get a Carfax report from your dealer or go to Carfax.com and get the truth about used cars. One day you wake up and find a few hairs on your pillow. Next day, they're dribbling your head down the court.
Get new V for Men thickening shampoo for up to 50% thicker looking hair for better scalp coverage. New V for Men by L'Oreal Paris.
Take a look at the right side of your screen. There's a tug by Boyle on Juno, and apparently he didn't tug him too hard because he gives him a little bit of applause in the penalty box for the dive.
Boyle sits for hooking at 14:21. Canadians power play 0 for 1 tonight with a one shot. They had a power play goal the other night after Tampa Bay scored theirs shorthanded. Loose puck, Montreal looking for it. They try to play it, they do to the point. On the left side, Markov kept it alive. In deep, Canadians send it back to the point. Markov, right circle, Ribeiro across, quick shot, Ryder missed everything. Ribeiro back with it. Brings it out right point, flips it in around the boards. Beijing getting some power play time here. Now for Ryder, dangerous pass again, picked off. There's that rookie mistake that you talked about before.
Certainly Ryder doesn't look as quick as he did during the regular season. I don't know if the nerves are setting in or what, but Michael Ryder is not getting that shot off as quickly as we're used to seeing.
Canadians break out to Ribeiro, cross rink. There's Ryder at the circle on the off wing, holds there. Tentative pass again, and the Lightning get it. And here they come. St. Louis flying over the line, drops it off. That's Kubina, the wrister high, short side. It comes all the way around the ice, and that could have been a 2-on-1 break had it came across cleanly to Perreault.
Well, here comes the #1 power play for the Montreal Canadiens coming out now. They've got Perreault in Zednik's place.
Up ice, Kovalev sending it in deep. Alex Kovalev with a flip. Koivu wings it around the boards. Rivet for Koivu. Saku looking for Kovalev. Strong in the puck is Kovalev. Leaves it off for Koivu. Back for Kovalev. At the point, Rivet. Big shot is blocked again. How many times has Tampa Bay blocked shots that have never reached Javi Bulin? This one back at the point. Rivet to the circle. Kovalev snaps it. Blocked again. Center point. Rivet fakes. Souray fired wide. In front. Loose puck. Save. Javi Bulin. And the Lightning clear.
Great opportunities by the Canadiens, but even better defense by the Lightning.
What a power play. No goals, but chances. A lot of blocks, too. Here's LeCavalier. Flipping it off the net. Gets it back. He's tied up there. Cavalier went in hard after he got hit. He's around the boards. Banged in. Trying to sink off for Lecavalier. Backhand flip for Andrechuk as Lecavalier takes the hit. Kovalev tying up Andrechuk. Loose puck. Kovalev getting it back. He may need to get off for a change. He only gave that puck away, and now back up ice. Over the line, Dowd leaves it. Oh, what a bad pass, picked off. Lead pass to Richards over the line, drops it, Fedosenkov. Richards walks it back in her. Richards! Brad Richards will get the goal. Off a turnover at the other end from Dowd.
Of all the good things Jimmy Dowd has done in the playoffs so far, boy, oh boy, this was the wrong thing. They were making a change at the time when Dowd made that back pass. Fedosenkov got it. He gets it back again, a little give and go twice. And the man who broke everybody's hearts in Montreal ends up with another goal. He got the overtime winner in Game 3, and now this backhander right over top of Theodore. It all starts off with a back pass because the players were changing for Montreal. Dowd didn't recognize that, and he makes the back pass, and away came the Lightning.
I'm not even sure if that red light has ever come on that pass, on that goal. Went upstairs and out.
Take another look at it. Brad Richards gets the puck here. There's the give and go with a Fedosenkov and a beautiful backhand shot. What a beautiful backhand attempt right over Theodore's shoulder.
Richards, known more for his playmaking the last few years, had a career year with 26 goals. And also had a career high in points. Brisebois pass. Fedotenko over the line. First time in this game that Tampa Bay has led. Flipped in front. On Perrin. Fedotenko couldn't find that one. Here comes Montreal. Pass to the right. Ryder. Checked there by Perrin. Flipped up ice, Fedotenko. Once again, turnovers have cost Montreal. They cut him down from one game to the next, but that Dowd turnover, the giveaway, results in a goal. Dumped in by Dingman. Picked up by Soure. Around the boards it goes. Ryder's pass. Koivu, that was too fancy and way back, but now it comes up to Koivu. They make something out of it. Saku Koivu deep. Ridden into the board. Saric comes after the loose puck with Perreault chasing. Perreault won it. It deflects free. Kovalev holds. Nice stick work by Kovalev, then lost it. Got it back. Here is Kovalev. He and Perreault too close to each other. Rivet. Kovalev in the corner. Flipped it in front off Javi Boulin's stick. St. Louis flies the other way. On his off wing, just dumps it into the zone and will go off in a change. 1:13 to go in the second period. Montreal trailing in the series 3-0, now trailing in the game 2-1.
Tampa Bay owns second periods in the playoffs so far. Their goal differential is now 12-1.
High flip, funny bounce there at the line. Backing it up, Brisebois to Markov. Off the boards, the Sundstrom feed over the line. Bégin, hook checked away by Kubina. The Cavalier flies, and he almost got around Markov. He would have had a breakaway. Let's go. Andre Markov with a recovery. Lead pass off the skate of Sundstrom, who picks it up, dumps it into the zone. Fedotenko, first guy on it. Checked by Bégin, but the puck comes free. The Cavalier with a flip the other way. Intended for Modine. Rivet is on it. 22 seconds to go in the period. Tampa Bay up 2-1. They almost had too many men on the ice. Which jumped on, came right back off. In the corner, Modine. In the corner. Battle for it there. 5 players. Horn's going to sound in a couple of seconds. And there it goes. A 2-1 lead for Tampa Bay. Our Southwest Intermission Report will be coming up during this break with John Saunders and Barry Melrose. The Jason Williams jury still deliberating. Calgary's turning up the heat against Detroit. And Barry's Best Flames. That'll be one of our segments. It's 2-1 Lightning after 2 here in Montreal.
You have the right truck. The best-selling half-ton regular and extended cab is now available as a crew cab. Introducing the new Silverado half-ton crew. It's the right truck from Chevy.
I push through the pain and raise my game. A victory is the only thing to gain. So I take it to the hole, drive it up your lane. The trophy is the reason why I came. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started.
Get caught up on the day in sports starting at 11 with SportsCenter.
This news just went down.
Then Outside the Lines nightly.
The topic, steroids and drug testing.
Followed by Baseball Tonight.
Why not just use your bullpen?
The entire day in sports. Weeknights starting at 11 Eastern.
It's time for spring cleaning at Kendrick Buick Cadillac, and all the good stuff's on sale. Drive a new Buick Rendezvous with no money down, only $269 a month. That's $269 a month. Breakthrough in a new Cadillac CTS with 0 down and 0 interest. You could save up to $7,500 off a new Cadillac. Every Buick, every Cadillac will be sold for less during the spring cleaning sale at Kendrick Buick Cadillac, State Road 26 East, right here in Lafayette.
Yeah, you're going to save a lot with this Arby's deal, Mr. Azerman. Okay, see you soon. Well, that takes care of the A's.
Now get 2 Arby's giant roast beef sandwiches for just $4. All that beef, oven roasted and sliced fresh right in the store. Then piled high on a toasted sesame seed bun. Now that's a deal too good to miss.
How much will you save, Mrs. Zimonsky? Well, how hungry are you?
2 Arby's Giants, just $4. Hurry, it's only for a short time.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
John Saunders, Barry Melrose here. Tampa Bay with a pair. Montreal with just 1 in that period. So the Lightning now 20 minutes away from going to the conference final. And it was kind of funny. We were both sitting here saying, Tampa's not playing very well. If they get a goal, it's probably going to bounce off somebody's skate or something.
Well, I'll tell you, if Claude Julien had any hair, when he looks at the tapes of this series, he'd be pulling it out because the goals are all created in turnovers. Game 2, Lecavalier's goal, 7 seconds left in the second period. Surrey had it, turnover in the neutral zone. In Game 3, the winning goal, Richards' goal in OT, turnover in the neutral zone. The goal right there, Richards' goal, turnover by Dowd at the far blue line. Those are killer plays. You cannot do that at this time of year. You cannot do it any time of year, but that's what's killing Montreal Canadiens right now.
All right, in another series, the Detroit Red Wings will look to pull even with the Calgary Flames, and it almost sounds strange to say that. Just this Detroit team, talent-laden, they find themselves down 2-1 to Calgary.
And a team that's totally beat up, John. The Calgary Flames, the 6 defensemen started the playoffs. Only 3 of them are still playing at this time. 3 regular defensemen out of the lineup. 2 of the defensemen that are carrying this team have really emerged. The one is Robin Regeer, young defenseman, great size, physical presence, playing about 27 minutes a night. He's got 5 points. He's a +3 in the playoffs. Night in and night out, he's just pounding people physically and creating a little bit of offense, too. A big goal for Keller there against Detroit. Another player for the Calgary defense, Jordan Leopold, an ex-Minnesota Golden Gopher, great skater. Look at him pivot and turn on this play. Fast guys can't get by him. Him and Regeer together are just carrying this team defensively. Robin Regeer, people that don't know this kid, at the start of his career, he had a horrific car accident. He broke both his legs. Most people never thought he'd ever play hockey again, much less play at the level he is right now for the Calgary Flames. And a little sidebar about Robin Regeer, when my mother was dying of cancer back in Saskatchewan, Robin Regeer's mother's a registered nurse. She was my mother's doctor, or my mother's nurse. And one of the things I'll always remember, my mother, Robin's mother, and myself were sitting around watching the Calgary Flames at night, because in Canada, even in the intensive care unit, you got hockey on the TV. So that's one of my lasting memories, my mother. One of my last memories, my mother.
So there'll be a connection there with that player?
Yeah, I'm cheering for Robin Regeer in Calgary, man. It'd be a great story.
Well, they're playing so well. The guys are going to call the game, Steve Levy and Darren Pang.
John, thank you. The stage is set for tonight's Game 4. The young upstart Flames, with half the salary payroll of the mighty Detroit Red Wings, have a 2-1 lead, trying to take control here on home ice. And Panger, it seems to be their formula for success. Jerome McGinley scores a goal and Calgary wins. 5-0 when that's happened in the postseason.
And why wouldn't it be? I mean, he is their most valuable player. He's a guy game in and game out. He gives it everything he's got. He plays with a tremendous amount of heart, and obviously he's an inspiration to his teammates. At 5-on-5, he had chances, but it wasn't just offensively. He was a powerful force physically as well. Then he scored a key power play goal without his helmet, and the Calgary Flames, along with Joel McGinley, they battled every time they needed to win that hockey game.
Now, before the people in Calgary get all too excited that the series is over, keep in mind these are the Detroit Red Wings. They will adjust.
Well, their head coach, Dave Lewis, had a very passionate speech before practice yesterday morning to get his troops ready. And a lot of things they talked about were heart and will to compete. He's going to make a lineup change that he doesn't do very often on the top line. Henrik Zetterberg's on the left side with Pavel Datsyuk. It has always been Brett Hull. For this game, look for Darren McCarty to be on the right side and for Yzerman to be taken off the grind line.
Chris Chelios remains a question mark. Jason Woolley will play either way. He's got more career playoff experience than the entire Calgary defense combined. John?
All right, Steve, thanks a lot. That game coming up at 10 o'clock on ESPN2. Right now, Richards with a terrific backhander over the shoulder, and that is the go-ahead goal.
Remember how great the last day of school was? That's what getting away on a Southwest Airlines Fun Fair feels like. These low fares to your favorite vacation spots are available any day of the week and start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
Now, when you stay at Ramada, you'll earn points towards the things you really want with the largest hotel rewards program ever. Trip Rewards. Think of it as a gazillion more reasons why Ramada is a very good place to be.
Why all the celebration? It's our 100th birthday. Haviland, add more life to your car.
Take me fishing, because our boat's cooler than any video game.
Take me fishing, and make me feel 16 again.
Take me fishing, because I miss my boy.
To learn more about boating and fishing, visit waterworkswonders.org.
We did all the work, so you get to have all the fun. The Aqua Trucks from Honda, the first all-four-stroke lineup of personal watercraft in the world, with your choice of 2-seaters, 3-seaters, and turbocharging. Advanced technology means high performance and lower emissions, so the water stays cleaner, man, and so does the air. It's just what you expect from Honda. Pure performance. At select dealers only. Visit aquatrucks.honda.com for one near you.
Hey, I can't believe you cooked.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
I'm really excited for dinner.
Dockers Pro Style. Shirts and pants that do it all.
Winning the NASCAR Championship is about outlasting the other guy. That's why I use new Red Zone Invisible Solid. It's the longest-lasting Invisible Solid from Old Spice. So you smell great all day.
New Red Zone Invisible Solid in 4 long-lasting scents. Stay in the zone.
Welcome back to the Southwest Airlines Intermission Report.
Dave Andreychuk gets an assist on this goal from Boyle. And it's part of a 2-1 lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And during the last intermission, we talked about Dave Andreychuk. He has played more games than anyone without winning a Stanley Cup ring. And he played during the Barry Melrose era. So I challenged our staff to go back and find who's still around from that era.
And look at the list of these guys. Look, they're all Hall of Famers. I played with Steve Yzerman in Detroit. I played with Mark Messier in Cincinnati in WHA, played against Mark. Stevens was just a young, high-scoring defenseman at that time. James Patrick, just coming into the league. Chris Chelios, a Warrior in Chicago at that time. Ronnie Francis. Dave Andreychuk was a giant in Buffalo. Al McGinnis could still shoot the puck 7,000 miles an hour at that time. And Stevie Thomas was a tough young player for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I really didn't realize there were that many guys. Adam Oates just retired at the end of this year. I played with Adam in '84 in the minors before he was, or in '85 in the minors before he was called up to Detroit.
And despite that, his career was pretty good.
He had a good career. and I used my stick pattern. One thing I gave Adam Oates, he used my stick pattern.
That little short.
I wasn't using it.
Little Tom Dempsey stick. 2-1. The Lightning with the lead.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
All right, Tommy, the sooner you get your memory to start working again, the sooner we can all get out of here. It's incredible.
What?
Well, I thought that was a green shirt, but it's actually more like a, seafoam? That's right, seafoam. I mean, look at how it offsets the jacket. I love how it brings out the color in your eyes.
Thanks.
There you are.
The pure, clean light of GE Reveal light bulbs brings out patterns and colors that often go unnoticed. Now, this is gorgeous. None of the other stations look this nice. GE, imagination at work.
Dear Bobby, how much ice time did you log last game? Sincerely, Mark. Dear Mark, which game?
Saturday afternoon, join us at 3 o'clock Eastern Time as we'll be there for the Western Conference Semifinals. The Flames, could they be trying to put away the Red Wings? And the Avalanche trying to stay alive against the Sharks.
This intermission report brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the National Hockey League. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
There's only one name that boasts the brute strength of 600 foot-pounds of class-dominating torque. One brand, the fastest production pickup on Earth with a 500-horsepower engine. One truck with the legendary Hemi that outhauls, outtows, and outperforms the competition. Dodge Ram, the one truck with the speed, strength, and power to put all the other trucks in their place. 0% financing or $3,500 in combined cash allowances plus a great warranty gets you the best values in America.
Sheldon, I'd love you, even if you didn't have the trust fund.
Rich.
And I am so sure our love will last forever. I ripped up that silly prenup.
But not smooth.
Remember when you said you'd love me even if I didn't have the trust fund? Those words meant so much to me.
Smooth.
Remember when you said you ripped up that silly prenup? Those words meant so much to me.
But not rich. Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
Your boss expects a report in 1 hour, but it's a gorgeous 74 degrees outside. So you handle it like a true professional. With a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can work wirelessly in thousands of places, even Bryant Park, under your favorite tree. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Meet Blue Cash from American Express.
Energizer E-Squared Lithium, the 1AA battery that lasts up to 7 times longer in digital cameras. Do you have the bunny inside?
Mmm. What's that?
Metamucil.
Get out. That's a cookie.
The power of powder in a wafer. Tastes so good, you won't believe it's Metamucil. Get regular, stay regular. The cookie way.
Hello? Oh, hi. Mr. Wendy here, going door to door to remind people about Wendy's late night pickup window. Don't you have anything better to do? Actually, no. Look, how many times have you been forced to eat lousy food late at night? Happens all the time. Why? If you go to Wendy's, they'll make you a really good classic double with cheese, fresh, instead of something that's been sitting around for who knows how long. You're with Wendy's? Well, unofficially. So is anyone else home? Yeah. Say hi to Bruna. Whoa, Bruna.
Wendy's pickup window is open till midnight or later.
All right, boys, playoff hockey production is underway. Set all machines to maximum. It's all about determination and toughness now. Because only one team's going to hoist the cup. The NHL playoffs delivered nightly on ESPN and ESPN2.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN, presented by Nextel. Brought to you by Nextel coast-to-coast walkie-talkies in under a second. Nextel, done. And in part by Dodge, the official road team of the NHL. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. And Bud Light, the proud sponsor of the NHL. Fresh, smooth, real. Bud Light, it's all here.
Well, if you thought Montreal played with some desperation in the first period, you haven't seen anything yet because this could be their last period of hockey this season. They're down 2-1, and Tampa Bay has not lost a lead in the playoffs when they've been up after 2 periods. Third period's underway. 5-on-5 hockey, and Montreal 1 goal down. Saric will pick it up. We've got an icing call. Let's go to Joe Micheletti.
Okay, guys, of course, the Canadians need to score goals here in the third period, but they're going to have to do it without one of their top goal scorers, and that's Richard Zegnet. He is out for the rest of the game. Here is why. In front of the net, you see big Frederick Modin fall on top of him, and you can see here his left ankle, his left lower leg. All the weight goes on top of that. He was helped off the ice. He will not return, guys. Tough break there for the Canadiens. Here's the loose puck, and Richards has it blocked by Bouillon. Cross rink it goes. Breezeball with a pass. I mentioned Zedek has not had a good playoff round here compared to the opening round. And they put him back with a big line to get him going.
And he was playing extremely well tonight.
Richards in front. And that goes wide off Modin's redirect.
When Zednik did get hurt in front of the net, it was Daryl Sador that was sort of poking at him, saying, get up, you're faking. Well, this time he wasn't.
Sador to Kubina. As Tampa Bay tries to close out Montreal and sweep them in 4. Another whistle. Nice.
Wow, one of the big differences has been the power play time for both the teams. You see it right there, and the Montreal Canadiens made a big mistake giving the Lightning this much power play time. Yes, they have only come up with 1 power play goal. That was a Dan Boyle deflection off of his skate. However, when you put that much time in the penalty box, it tires out your penalty killers. It tires out your best players. Montreal took 3 straight penalties in the second period, and they were all penalties that could have been avoided.
And as badly as Tampa Bay's power play has struggled in the playoffs, it now scored in the last couple of games, actually 3 of them. Last 3 games, going back to game 2 in Tampa when the Cavaliers scored in the 5-on-3. John Tortorella's team trying to close out this series. First time in the Lightning's short history they've ever had a 3-games-to-none lead in the best of 7. Souray with it. Off the boards. Perreault flipping it ahead. Saku Koivu. Now to Yannick Perreault, and the veteran lost it there to Kubina. Off the glass. Picked up by Perrin. Got a hand pass.
And the thing that you've got to be wondering is, can the Montreal Canadiens rally? Can they get their confidence up? Can they get the boiling point going again like they had in the first period? They've got to get it going. They've got to realize desperation is almost a small word for what they've got to do this period. They've got to go out and do whatever they can, or else it's back to the golf course.
Face-off, neutral ice. It'll go to Pratt. Pratt will swing it over. Right side, Saric. Cross rink it goes to Fedotenko, and the ex-flyer dumps in. Behind Behind it at LeCavalier's pass, intercepted. Joey Juneau clears it off the boards. Lukowicz on his horse to get this. Catching up to it, flips it around the boards. Fedotenko's hounded. Here's Kovalev's pass that's blocked and picked up by Boyle. St. Louis looks for Boyle, and he is wrapped around somebody, and now, got to call this, it's Boyle and Dowd. And is it going to be one or both? McMagoo's coming over to make the call.
Yes,
I think
it's both. He's getting Dowd and Boyle.
Boyle has scored his first career playoff goal earlier. We'll be sitting out for a couple of minutes.
Well, watch how this all starts. A little slash there by Jimmy Dowd. They come together and wrap themselves around each other in an embrace. Not the friendly kind of embrace, however.
So 2 each, so it's 4-on-4 hockey, all kinds of open ice here at the Bell Center, where the ice has been far better, obviously, than in Tampa because of the heat and humidity down there. Players from both teams are complaining about the ice there.
Well, Claude Julien's role players have come through really nicely in this game so far, but this, in the end here, is where Koivu and Kovalev have got to pick it up. If anybody's going to deliver them overtime or a win in regulation, it's going to be Kovalev and Koivu. They're the guys, and they haven't played poorly, but they got to get a puck in the net.
Mike Richards has. Here is Brad Richards stopping. Flipping it around the boards towards Modine. Poked ahead. Here's Ryder coming back. And the rookie busts free on the right. Lukowicz got a piece of him, not all. Ryder bounced right back up, goes down again. And there's Modine. Ryder took 2 hits there. Lead pass off the boards intended for Richards. Too far. Theodore looks. Miscommunication there. Finally, the icing call is made.
Well, there goes Michael Ryder onto the bench after taking a little bit of a rough ride from Lukowicz right there. And then he gets back up, and Corey Sarich gives him a little shot right there. There's a hip check by Lukowicz. He just almost slid by, and then Corey Sarich comes in and whoops right over the top. So Michael Ryder, he looks a little bit nervous in this game so far. Not getting the shots off quite as well, not thinking quite as fast as normal.
Here's Rive firing it up high, and it was knocked down again by Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay leads in block shots coming into the third period, 16-13. 16 block shots by Tampa, 13 by the Habs.
Kovalev with Koivu. Trying to play it across to Rive, and a breakout pass. Here's Perrin over the line. Big slapper, and no rebound for Theodore. Now he lets it go for Markov. And then to Kovalev. Ex-Ranger and Penguin. Broken up there. St. Louis. Another giveaway for Montreal. Knocked down by Theodore, and it's a good thing he got that away from LeCavalier. Markov the other way. Montreal changing on the fly. How many guys do they have out there? Rick Rister goes wide of Habibulin. At the left point, Soure with a flip. Tapped off Sarich. And then Montreal loses the puck.
It's like a pinball game in front of Habibulin. Nothing gets through. It hits one leg, another leg, a stick. It never quite gets through to Habibulin.
Ribeiro leaves it off. Here's Soure with open ice. Lets it rip from 60. Glove by Habibulin. He hangs on. Soure looking for his first ever playoff goal. Was talking today about getting shots off quicker because of the way Tampa Bay defends. You don't have many opportunities against them.
You sure don't, and one guy who can shoot the puck is Sheldon Soure. There, if you take a look at Jose Theodore and his record in elimination games, 3 of them came against the Boston Bruins. Talking about Sheldon Soure, he won the hardest shot competition at the All-Star game, so he can really gun the puck. What a season he's having. 15 regular season goals this year. That was more than he had in his whole career combined.
Kubina around those boards. Fedotenko lost it there. Lightning with it. They've got the lead 2-1, 16 minutes perhaps left in the Montreal Canadiens season. Theodore around the boards. Montreal trails in the best of 7, 3 games to none. Down in this game 2-1. The crowd trying to pick them up here. Dumped in around the boards, Komisarek. We haven't seen him since he took that bad penalty in that last period. And now it's cleared.
And Tampa Bay is doing just what they did in Game 3, JP. Every time they're now dumping it in. They're putting it in and chasing after. They weren't doing that. That's not their normal game. That's their protecting a lead game.
5-on-5 as St. Louis shot his block. St. Louis again in the corner. He came into this game with a 6-game point streak. St. Louis again at the side of the net, goes behind the wraparound in front is blocked. He had a second try, but it stopped. Saku Koivu off the boards. Kovalev with 6 goals in the playoffs leads Montreal. Dumps it in behind Javi Bulin. Around the boards, Richards digs it out. Richards with a go-ahead goal tonight. Had 2 the other night, including the game winner in overtime. Kovalev stick handles. That's well done. Kovalev wide to the corner and now in front. He had Perreault. This is Perreault to the right point. Rivet fires. Blocked again. LeCavalier. Could be a 3-on-2. Leads it up for Stillman over the line. Modine trying to finesse it back and it's blocked. Kubina keeps it alive. Knocked down by Markov. And the Canadiens take it out. Up and down hockey from Montreal at the Bell Center. Kovalev slides it over. That's Bulis. Still with the puck, turns around, and it's stopped by Javi Bulin.
A nice attempt, though, by Bulis on that turnaround shot. That's the only kind of shots that are getting through. When you come around on the backhand, everybody goes with you, and then you whip around and shoot it forehand.
Neutral zone, Soure. On the dump in. Into the corner it goes. Ryder with a flip. Bulis came in late. Ribeiro to Bulis. Ribeiro at the side, now behind the net. Looks to come around. Open man at the point. Brisebois. Now to Ribeiro at the side. Brisebois against center point. The crowd begging them to shoot at the left circle. Quick shot. Stopped to the side. Well, after all the conversation about getting off the shots quickly, you couldn't tell by that sequence. Brisebois chasing it down. And we've got a break in the action. Still 2 on Tampa Bay.
Emu's on the loose. Emu's on the loose.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where everywhere?
New York City.
The trade show.
Big problem. Yeah, any ideas?
Mama.
Mama?
Here, Mama.
Coast to coast walkie-talkies get it done. Nextel.
Describe the perfect day, Liz.
Well, we're driving to the lake. The kids watch a DVD, and Joe and I have some quality time.
Joe?
Okay, we're barreling along. The Hemi's kicking some serious butt. Then we fish.
Ah, see, you're not traveling in the same vehicle.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
What a quack.
0% financing or $3,000 in combined cash allowances plus a great warranty gets you the best values in America.
Come on, come on. The fact is, all light beers are low in carbs.
Feel good, don't it?
This is for you and your crew. The ones that's true will always love you, no matter what you do.
Choose on taste. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
John Saunders back in the studio with his Bud Light update. Joe Sakic in overtime saves Colorado from elimination against San Jose in Game 4. And they'll have Game 5 Saturday on ABC.
Well, John, I wonder if there's a Joe Sakic in a Montreal uniform tonight. Will somebody step up like that last night and extend the series? We'll find out. Still another 13-19 to go in regulation time. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Up 3-0 in this series. Around the boards it goes, far side. Sundstrom lost it there. Turnover. Quick shot, Anderchuk save. Turnaround shot, save off that.
What a save. What a save by Theodore. That could be a game saver. That could be a series saver if Montreal can get a goal.
Remember that save if Montreal comes back and wins this hockey game. That's the kind of play they wanted from Theodore, standing on his head, as Claude Julien said. That's what they need. Not faulting the goaltender, certainly, but knowing that he could play at a higher level. They saw it in the last series.
Well, on tonight's 2 goals by Tampa Bay, you could not fault Theodore.
One was that deflection. Escape. And the other was a great goal by Richards on the break. This is Rive backing it up. Now to Markov. Leads it off Perot. Kovalev. You would expect Kovalev and guys like Koivu will get a lot of ice time here in the third. Kovalev goes down, gets it up for Koivu. Rushing is Markov. Andre Markov will hold. Flips it around the boards. Koivu there with Pratt. It hops free to Saric. And out of the zone it goes into the Montreal end. Yannick Perreault to Kovalev. Koivu's pass deflected. Kovalev got it again and flipped it into the Tampa Bay Lightning end. Sador flying. Avoided one check. Still going with the puck. Daryl Sador will just flip it in. Komisarek around the boards. Mike Ryder flips it ahead. Jan Bulis turning. Nice pass and off the stick of Ribeiro. Ribeiro takes it in the corner, then he's taken into the boards by Kubina. Ribeiro got it free. Behind the net, Jan Bulis went into the traffic area. Bulis finds Sure at the left point. Right point. Komisarek hit the side netting, it looked like. Around the boards for Stillman. He's checked there by Ryder. Ribeiro comes in. Sador's in for Richards. Poking out was Komisarek. He left his spot. And now it's Modine. Long shot wide.
Komisarek came off the boards to go in on that one. He shouldn't have. He should have stayed hard on the boards. Tampa Bay was under pressure. They wouldn't have been able to get it out.
This one back in the neutral zone. Tampa Bay Lightning leading 2-1 over Montreal. This is game 4. Lightning trying to close out the series and sweep the Canadiens. Montreal hasn't been swept in the playoffs since '98 against Buffalo. Sore off the boards. The drop. Intercepted. Here's Perrin. Holding at the circle. Played it across. He was looking for Andre Waugh, the fourth line out there for Tampa Bay.
The Canadiens are really having trouble getting through the neutral zone. The Tampa Bay has it clogged up. It's like trying to drive through a field of corn.
Here's Dingman. Sounds like you might have tried that at one time. Dingman with a dump in. Theodore out of his nets. Leaves it for Bouillon. Under 10 minutes to go. Third period from Montreal in a noisy Bell Center. They don't want the season to end, and it's going to, unless Montreal can come back in this one. If they can, Game 5 is Saturday in Tampa. Kovalev over the line on the off wing. Waits for the help in front. Hopped by a couple of players. Goes back behind the net. Pratt off the boards. Giveaway. Brisebois keeps it in. Perreault. Canadiens keep it alive for Perreault. Walking in Kovalev. And the net's dislodged and the whistle blows. It's still 2-1. Tampa Bay leads.
Do the impression of the foreman.
Dad, do it. Come on, man.
Morning, ladies. Thanks for showing up. If you don't work, get out of my sight. Pick these things up. Get them out of here. You, put them down. What did I say? Up, down, for Pete's sake. You're driving me up a wall we ain't even built yet.
Introducing the powerful Ram Cummins 600.
He's right behind me.
It's amazing how 600 foot-pounds of class-dominating torque can really sneak up on you. Grab 0% APR financing or a $2,500 cash allowance, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty on.
Lafayette's largest automotive tent sale is going on right now at Bill Andrews Auto Mall. For 12 days only, over 400 new Mazdas and GMC trucks and over 500 pre-driven cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs will be on display and tagged with our biggest discounts of the year. Just $19 down drive. No payments until August. 0% financing. Payments from $99 a month. Used car appraisers and wholesalers bidding top dollar for your trade and 100% credit approval. It's Lafayette's largest tent sale, and it's only at Bill Andrews Auto Mall in Lafayette.
They say you can never be too rich or too thin. Well, you don't have to be rich to get yourself one of the new thin TVs at Ovation. With flat panel TVs from $6.99 and plasma TVs from $29.99, now you can have a television hanging on your wall. After years of anticipation, flat panel high definition television is here today from LG at Ovation. Come see how affordable it can be. Ovation, more than you dreamed for less than you imagined.
On our old Old Spice storyline. Can Brad Richards get a game-winning goal in 2 straight games? He's on his way right now. And remember, only 2 teams have ever come back to win a series after being down.
Let's take a look at our Old Spice storyline replay. Of course, it's Brad Richards. What a goal this is. Over the shoulder, bingo. Right there, a bad turnover by Jimmy Dowd. And that's why Tampa leads 2-1.
Kubina around the boards. Fanasenko couldn't get through. Bouillon kept it in, apparently there. Kovalev had it poked away. Andrechuk. Taylor. On a bounce. Picked up and an offside on Tampa Bay. Here's Joe Micheletti.
Hey, guys, you've talked about Brad Richards scoring the 2nd goal of this game. He's had a tremendous offensive season, but it hasn't always been easy. He went through a streak in the middle of the year where he scored only 1 goal in 19 games. I asked him what he did to change things around. He said he tried everything. He finally got a phone call from his dad, who had been watching all the games on television, and he said, "You're using a stick that's too short. Use a longer stick and things will change." Well, the stick he's using now is 2 inches longer than the one he started the season with, and things have obviously gone well for him. Guys?
Hey, who needs scouts when you have dads like that?
If he's doing better with a longer stick, he might want to get a hold of one of Chera's sticks. Maybe he'd be a 50-goal scorer, because this guy's on fire.
The Cavalier ridden along the boards, kicking it free. Tampa Bay trying to close out the Canadiens. Another goal might just do it here with 8:36 to play in regulation. The flip by the Lightning, trying to keep the Canadiens bottled up in their own zone. Joey Junot starting out, still has the good wheels. Up for Dowd, over the line. He goes wide. Into the corner, Bejan broken up. Dowd keeps it going in front. It's knocked behind the net. Picked up again by Bejan for Junot. Junot nowhere to go.
2 guys behind the net. That's bad. One of the Canadians has got to get out. Here's a penalty.
Yeah. Power play is coming up. Tomorrow night, ESPN2's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs continues. Toronto hosting Jeremy Roenick and the Flyers. That's a Game 4 with Philadelphia leading 2-1 in that series. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN2, followed by NHL tonight.
How about Alexander McGillney after having that hip surgery, the game that he played last night, and that breakaway speed?
They may be able to turn around that series.
And let's take a look at the penalty. It's behind the net. 2 Canadians get caught behind the net. I thought this was a bad play by Montreal, but look at this cross-checking right there. He knocked him down to the ice. Referee sees that. Here's Montreal's golden opportunity.
It was a bad play, but Boyle took over, and he bailed him out, really, with that cross-check.
And we see 1 second gone off the clock on the penalty. I wonder if they're going to reset this, JP. I'm sure they are on a false face-off.
They should. They may not be aware of it. Nope. Off the draw. Brisebois, the most important power play of the season, really, right now for the Canadiens. Held up, now to Koivu, out to Markov. It hops free to the circle. Played out center point. Brisebois fires it. He missed the net. It came back up and killed him. And Javi Boulin's got it.
You know what? The biggest save of that whole sequence was Javi Boulin saving the rebound off the board. He was so quick to turn around and snuff that out that even Perreault couldn't get to it. Look, watch that. What a save. Yeah. What a save off the backboard. Southwest Airlines goal cam shows us how quick Javi Boulin is. Look at this. Reaches back. Boom. He's got it before Perreault can get his stick on him.
It's ironic. It's a great play, but it wouldn't count as a save, as that one was wide. But a big play by Javi Boulin.
Absolutely. It's not. It doesn't count as a save, but it might be the biggest save.
Yeah. Perreault over the line, and a whistle for an offside.
Kovalev almost pulled his groin trying to stay on side there, but the little shift in momentum threw him offside on that one.
Well, you talk about pressure and drama. 7:16 to go, perhaps, in this Canadian season. The power play has 1:19 left on it, and Montreal are in desperate need of a goal just to tie this one up. Brisebois from center ice around the boards. Saric missed it. Modine won't miss it. Nice breakout pass. St. Louis rags the puck and waits. Just trying to kill some time right now. St. Louis takes it in deep. That's a one-man gang right there.
St. Louis caught deep right now.
Koivu to Kovalev over the line. Alex Kovalev drops it. Perreault wasn't expecting it, but he's got it back for Kovalev in the corner. At the circle, Koivu looks. Markov between the circles, now pulls it back to the point. High wrister is tipped wide by Kovalev. Sador off the boards, pinching, but not making it stay in the zone with the Canadiens. Kovalev's over the line. By himself at the moment as he's checked there. And here's Tampa Bay again. Stillman dumping it.
Huge kill for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Huge with only 13 seconds to go on the power play.
Souray with the dump in. Power play still has 7 seconds left. That's it. Montreal digs it out. No shot there. Ryder goes down with Turbina. Round the boards. Penalty's over. Montreal still with the puck. Left point, Souray. The shot tipped wide on the save by Javi Bulin. Ribeiro to Ryder. At the point, poked away by Tim Taylor, the veteran. And Montreal must start again with 5:33 to go in their season. That's what it's looking like at the moment. Ryder behind the net. Out in front, the net dislodged. A break in the action. Still, Tampa Bay leads by 1.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs, Saturday at 3 Eastern on ABC.
Step aside, it has arrived. What is it? A life-size replica of the Stanley Cup. Wow. Where'd you get it? An internet auction site. Let's just say I went over my limit to win it. Thank you for purchasing this giant replica of Stanley's cup.
Who's Stanley?
Whoever he is, I'm impressed.
Me too.
Enjoy your new Durango.
Look, it's got a DVD. And see how smooth the ride is for you and Fluffy?
Liz, what are you doing to him?
I'm just showing little Joey the new Durango.
Son, there's only one thing you need to know. Hemi. Can you say Hemi?
Hemi.
That's my boy.
The all-new Dodge Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
0% financing or $3,000 in combined cash allowances plus a great warranty gets you the best values in America.
Consumers keep choosing Yellow Book Yellow Pages.
We'll find out which directory really has the right stuff.
Can't argue with science. Start the engine.
Take it up to 20 miles per hour. 20 miles per hour.
Pick it up to 580.
Crank it up to 580.
I didn't realize Yellow Book has so much in it.
Imagine the phone company beaten in our own tunnel.
Once again, it's Yellow Book, not the other book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
In the tease, we talked about Ghost maybe helping out the Canadiens. Well, he's not going to be able to score any goals, but they could use some help on the ice. A team that's won 23 Stanley Cups in the NHL and one in the NHA is almost out of this playoff. They need a goal just to tie it right now. 5:24 left in regulation. And Tampa Bay with a strong third period, not giving up much. Bouillon. To the left for Brisebois. A rolling puck gathered in by the Lightning, and they just dump it. Patrice Brisebois, left side to Bouillon. Off the boards intended for Dowd. Cut off by Tampa Bay. Dowd back for it. Jimmy Dowd waiting. Banks it off the boards for Bouillon. Lecavalier's after him. So is St. Louis. Montreal can't get it out of their zone. And the time continues to tick off. Flipped around the boards. Brisebois. Nice pass up the middle. Juno, 3-on-2. Left side, Bejan. His shot sticked away by Javi Bulin. In front it goes, but there's nobody there in a red uniform.
Nobody going to the front of the net at all, and that's where Bejan put it, but nobody was there but white jerseys.
Flipped around the boards by Theodore. 4:15 to play. And right now, it's in the Canadian season. Koivu with the dump in. Sador checked hard there. That's got the crowd going, and Sador may be hurt. Getting up slowly. Saturday, the competition gets even more intense as the best in the NHL close in on the ultimate prize. The Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Nextel. Conference semifinals Saturday at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC. You could see Calgary at Detroit in a Game 5 or Colorado at San Jose. That's also a Game 5. Check your local listings for the game that'll be in your area. Sador's okay, apparently, so that's good news for Tampa Bay.
Well, Daryl Sador was making innuendos that Zednik was hurt. Maybe he tried to pull the same thing in this period, laying down and hoping to draw the penalty on Kovalev, but no such luck as both referees didn't feel that that was a penalty.
That was a great trade made by Tampa Bay to get Daryl Sador, and that was long before the deadline when they brought him in. That surprised a few people.
Great move that they made. This really got their defense core going.
Lightning will play it up. Neutral zone, the dump in. 3:53 remaining in this hockey game. 2-1. Tampa Bay trying to close this series out. The pass long from Perreault to Kovalev. He and Pratt together. Perreault centers it. Koivu stopped somewhere there by Javi Bull, and he doesn't dare move.
Incredible. What a great play that was by Perreault to Koivu, and even better play by Koivu to make sure that he got that puck on net. This was really bouncing around. Look at that quick pass, a bouncing puck, and the shot by the captain. But you know what? Happy Bullen, just you can't get things by him. The only goal that's gone by him tonight has been by Nicholas Sundstrom on a backhand.
Off that face-off, Kubina plays it up. Montreal back in their own zone. Souray. And that's too far for anybody. The icing's waved off. Now it's not. Trailing official had it. Now instead it's Sador around the boards. Brisebois deflects out to Boulas. Ribeiro looking. Try to drop it off, and he does. Ryder pin there. 4 players take a whack at it. Andrechuk couldn't get it. Second effort from Andrechuk. Smart play off the boards.
And everything Tampa's done this period has been smart. Everything. They tap it off the boards. They tap it into the zone. They forecheck well. Everything Tampa's done has been letter perfect.
A well-coached hockey club. John Tortorella's team ran away with the Southeast Division this year and also won the division a year ago. Theodore out of the net. That could have been dangerous, and it is. Modine has it. Now to Richards. No longer Tampa Bay has the puck. Less likely it is for Montreal to come back. Modine looking. Trying to center in front for Richards. Montreal just wasted a lot of time there, Neil.
Well, we talked about it before. Everything Tampa's doing has been the perfect way to protect the lead.
And a whistle there for the icing, and now everybody getting in.
You can hear Mick Magoo yelling at these guys. That was a hit on an icing call. They're not going to call it a penalty at this point in the game. But that doesn't stop Lukowicz from being upset that he got hit by Steve Bégin after he touched the puck for icing. And there you see big Sheldon Souray come in and have a few words for Lukowicz. Lukowicz and Sador, we've talked about this before, best friends. Sador was the best man at Lukowicz's wedding when they were both on Dallas. And guess what? Lukowicz got a call that wedding day on June 22nd, 02. You're traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning. That was the wedding gift.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. But true. Faceoffs won, all Canadiens for the most part tonight. 2:08 left. Junot and LeCavalier. Look out there, that one hopped in front. Bégin with it. Pratt kept it in. Shot knocked down. LeCavalier fakes. Now dumps it in again, another smart play. Now picked up by Souray. We'll keep our eyes on Theodore when he might be pulled for the extra attacker. Both coaches, if they want, have a timeout to call.
Let's see if Claude Julien uses his timeout. He didn't use it in game 2, and he didn't use it in game 3.
Kovalev's over the line. Looking, snapping it. And it's blocked off the netting. There'll be a face-off coming up.
And here's where one of the timeouts should come. 1:35 to go in the game. Let's watch the benches and see if either one of these coaches call it. My guess is that Julien would call it first. but it doesn't look like he's going to. He's looking towards Theodore right now, giving him some head signals about when to come out. Again, I got to emphasize it to you, JP. He hasn't used his timeout in any of these games.
Face-off won by Montreal. Surprising with the face-off there in the offensive zone. They didn't pull it. Brisebois shot steered away. Javi Rulin. And now the clearance. Now they want to get Theodore out, but the puck's in the neutral zone. There's Markov with a flip. Dumped in by Goes.
There he goes, JP.
He's already at the bench. Extra skater on for Montreal. Their season is on the brink of collapse here. As the puck goes free, it's an empty net. Picked up off the boards. Modin can walk it in and end this one, and he does. Frederick Modin makes it 3-1. 3-1 Tampa Bay in Game 4. And you've got to wonder about that timeout that you talked about before, and also not pulling the goalie with the face-off that deep the other way as Montreal fans head for the exits.
They certainly do, and there's just see it here come off the boards. A great little tip. Frederick Modin chases after the puck. Brisebois can't catch him. Markov can't catch him. And a big, wide-open, gaping net for Freddie Modin.
At 19:04, that's a killer for Modin, and you can see this building very much on the emptier side now.
And the fans litter the ice in Montreal after that goal on their way out in disgust, upset that their Montreal Canadiens are going to be swept out of the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Lightning. This hasn't happened since 1998 when the Buffalo Sabres did it. They actually did it the same way, swept them out in Montreal. Montreal has faced this situation 8 times in the past, been down 3 games to none. And in that situation, they had actually won game 4 5 times. They've only lost it 3. Now they'll have lost it 4 times and have won it 5 times. This is the 9th time for this storied franchise.
Trying to sink off, and then Andrechuk getting assist on the Modin goal. Baseball Tonight is coming your way next here on ESPN. Right after Tampa Bay celebrates. 55.3 left in a 2-goal lead.
Well, congratulations to John Tortorella and his squad, a worthy winner of this round. Certainly, they've done almost everything right. They did it right. This third period was picture perfect, the way they played this period. The goaltending was great. The defense was great. The way he got this team, which is a fast-breaking team, to keep chipping it out and playing a simple game. They're a team that doesn't play a simple game when they're going hard, but in the third period, John Tortorella had his squad doing that, backed up, of course, by this guy, who's just been unbelievable. If the Conn Smythe Trophy was handed out after this round, he'd be the winner.
Yeah, hands down. Well, those fans that are still here are cheering on the Montreal Canadiens as we thought they might. They're great supporters here. Sheldon Souré's called them the best fans in the NHL.
There goes Theodore again.
To the bench he goes, a 3-1 Tampa Bay lead. Trying to close out the series. Saric off a deflection of the far boards. Modin will chase after, 28 seconds left. Perreault deflected towards Koivu. Left point Markov. Shot redirected wide. Pratt, first guy there, bangs it off the glass. Near side it comes, and the Lightning clear it out. Net's empty. Richards' flip goes deep. 10 seconds to go. 3-1 Tampa Bay. They're going to go on to the next round with a sweep of the Montreal Canadiens. John Tortorella and Claude Julien shaking hands. It was a sweep, but both of these guys know it wasn't easy, especially these last 2 games.
And these are 2 teams that play a very similar game. They both play a skating game. They both have skilled players. They're both very quick teams. John Tortorella said it to us this morning. Montreal Canadiens have a good hockey club, and they got a young team, too. So don't think Montreal Canadiens are going away, because they do have young players. Players like Ribeiro, players like Ryder. They're going to be around for a while, and their older players aren't old. So this is a club that's going to be around for a while in the Eastern Conference.
It's one of the great traditions in sports, certainly the handshake when the playoffs are over. Guys that are banging against each other for 4 games or 7 games, whatever it is, can shake hands and say, nice job.
Well, it is one of the great traditions of hockey, with all the thoughts about violence in hockey. I wish the people who called hockey violent and were against hockey would see something like this. The sportsmanship in hockey is actually unparalleled in other sports.
A 4-game sweep for the Tampa Bay Lightning, showing that they are indeed a contender for a Stanley Cup. And LeCavalier and Khabibulin and Richards are helping to lead this team on. Khabibulin had never won a playoff series prior to last year when he won one of those, and this year he's already won a couple.
And there you see the embrace. Look at the conversation between these two guys that both played in Dynamo in Russia. They're old friends. And this Habs crowd appreciates the effort that Montreal Canadiens put in after missing the playoffs last year.
So Tampa Bay will advance. Let's go now downstairs to Joe Micheletti and a special guest.
Okay, guys, Marty, your team has won just about every way possible. You've won 8 of 9 playoff games, overtime. You've won when you've been outplayed. What is it that makes this team click?
I think it's our depth, to be honest. We have different heroes every night. And obviously that's supported by the performance of Khabibulin. Obviously, no secret, he's played tremendous for us. But every night it's a different guy stepping up, and that's nice to have.
Is this series a little bit more special for you? You grew up close to here. You had a lot of family here, a lot of people watching. How much more does that mean to you?
No, it's great to come here 3 games and win this like this in front of my family. Don't get to see him too often, so don't get to enjoy this as well as I do.
Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot.
Let's go back to you guys.
Thank you, Joe. Final score tonight, Tampa Bay 3, Montreal 1. Tampa Bay advances to the conference finals. Our next game is actually tonight, and it's coming up on ESPN 2 at 10. Detroit at Calgary. Calgary leads in that series 2-1. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For Neil Smith and Joe Micheletti, I'm JP Dellacamera. Stay tuned. Coming up next, baseball tonight. Final score for Montreal. Tampa Bay 3, Montreal 1. Tampa Bay moves on.